I'm trying to take the case off, and it pushed the live button. So look away, I'm shaking the camera. I'm trying to take the case off. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ah. Let me try to, hold on. That'll block it for a second. Hey Jay. Yeah, I was just trying to take my case off and I hit the live button. Woo. How did I get this off last time? There we go. There we go. Alright. Bottom is the key. There we go. Whoa, I'll go slow. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's one of them tabs. Alright. The only thing about taking the case off is it slides down. I gotta figure out how to keep that from sliding. Let's see. I ordered a piece that goes on here that'll hold my phone better. Hey Lori, I was not supposed to be live yet. I accidentally hit the button taking my case off, so I'm trying to get things situated still. Oh, hang on just a second. Hey Scooter. Oh, I was listening to you on the way here. Oh, I'm so hot. Alright, let me figure out how I can keep this from sliding. Let me try something. Look away, it's gonna get weird for a second. But only for a second. Alright, let's tighten that up. Let's tighten this up. Let's turn this. Tighten that up. Tape. That's a good question. Alright. I thought the buttons would stop it, but it slides right over the dang buttons. Alrighty. Howdy, howdy, everybody. Yeah, I got here early and everything, and I made my pit stop, and then I lost track of time. I'm glad there's a breeze. Hang on, let me see if I got any time. My sticky Velcro's in here. I'm going to try to see if I can find it. I got 2 magnets here. What can I do with that? Nothing. Nothing. Found the Velcro. Well, stop sliding right about there, but it's literally right on the button that will make it turn off. Oh, I can hear better now. I took my earbud out. Oh, it's so hot. Woo. Alright, let's see what I can do with this Velcro. Yep, I think I can do something with this. The sticky side, anyway. Alright, which side? There's one side I don't need on the sign. Okay, I can use this side. Alright. I'm going to use the... Turn around. I'm going to use this sticky side like tape and tape that thing up so it won't keep sliding. Because I tried putting it in with the case and it will not hold it. Alright, let's try this. I just want it off of the button. Alright. Ooh, that's gonna work good. Hold on. I can do it on each side of the holder. Okay. Kind of hard to do in the dark and when both pieces are black. Alright, let's see. Sticky there. Sticky there. Good idea, Scooter. Thank you. That worked. Alrighty. Now, how do I get this to tilt? Oh, there we go. The mic is covered. Oh, that might have been my fingers. Are you okay now? Okay, it was my fingers. I'm like, the mic's not on the side as far as I know. Look how hot I am. Just walking here. I took a block. I went a block too far going to my pit stop. Now I know exactly where I'm going. I've made it the wrong turn enough times. What it was is where I parked in the parking garage. I went one way, came all the way around when I should have just come out the front. And when you're walking and you're using maps, it can't always figure out which way you're pointing. But now I think I got it. Yeah. I'm here, I made it. Yay! How early am I? So, you weren't here. I was just trying to take the case off and I hit the live button. I need some water, y'all. And I ate too much food. 1 minute, that's not too bad. I was worried. I was walking fast. That's why I'm so flushed. So I'm on the same corner, but I crossed over the street where I was the very first night, where the cops were at, because I wanted away from them pedicabs. But that wall was blocking some of this noise, so I hope it's not too loud for y'all. Hey, Rip Guy, what's up? Oh, all right, let's people watch. We don't want to look at me. I don't know what it's going to be like tonight. I don't know if people canceled plans because of what's going on not very far from here or what. But I listened to Scooter Report on my way here. You had me crying with Whitney's song, and then you had me mad. What was that made me mad? I can't remember. Ooh. Like the new name. It's very self-explanatory. Garden Ave. Oh, yeah. That's what it was. Right. Freaking jerk. We knew he wasn't done. Oh, and I didn't mind your background either. It was blurred a little bit, and it was fine. And I don't think any of us mind fur babies.
It is a cult.
Yes. Cults won't let you leave, and they literally have had to escape in trunks of cars to get out.
What's that girl that they kidnapped and she hasn't been seen since?
Oh, no, that's the leader's wife.
Yes.
Yeah, no, she just disappeared. We don't know where she is.
Good.
It's almost getting close to 20 years.
It's a cult.
All right, the only thing about where I've got this is there's something in the way that's causing a shadow. Let me see if I can get it higher so it's not, that's a piece of plastic. All right, hold on. Look away. Look away. Luckily this isn't, it's gummy because it's hot. Ugh. All right, let's go up a little higher. Hang on. And no shadow. All right, there we go. Let's hope that's, it's a little gummy, so I hope it doesn't come apart in the heat. That's the best I can do for now, guys. Oh. Shout something. Scientology is a cult. Human trafficking, child trafficking, slave labor force. What else? Hey, Adam. Hey, what's up? You're Comaniacs. face. Causing problems already. Alright, give me a sec. I'm going to make the other side of my sign a little bit darker. I made it too light when I did it. So hang on just a second. I'm going to make this better. I hope. I hope I don't mess it up even more than it already is. Alright. You guys can still see me, right? Let me see. There we go. Oh, dude, do not park here. I came over here because I didn't want to. Well, at least he doesn't have his boombox on. Oh, God, you can't even read half of this stuff, you guys. I don't know if it faded after I did it because I used the alcohol markers. Ooh, this looks good. Yeah, you can't read this at all. These are... Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a second. So I did. Remember I told you guys.
I agree with you. Scientology is a cult.
Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to spread the word and get the government to investigate them.
They need to.
There's too much child abuse going on.
I'm saying they be fucking hiding when people come to record them and stuff like that. I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of shenanigans going on.
Scientology itself is shenanigans, so
Yeah.
you have a great Western night.
Alright, thank you. I get a lot of that. So I didn't order my new mics yet because my trip is this week and I was watching my monies. But I have a really nice mic set that I'm about to buy that also has a handle like a recorder, so I can put it in front of people when they're talking to me. Oh, this is way better. I have Scientology crimes and lawsuits ongoing. Protecting child predators, elder abuse, forced abortions, forced child marriage, false imprisonment, bank fraud, and child abuse on this side. Stuff that I thought would, catch people's attention. That they might want to ask me about. I tried to get here so I can have more time before all the bars close. Let's see. I did blue. Let's do green. Green here. And I know if anybody new comes in, you guys are really good about letting them know what we're up to. If you're new, I'll be right with you and we'll have a conversation. I like talking to new people. I tried not to make it too busy so that people could see, the stuff I have on here. Make a new one. Oh, we gotta get the bank fraud bigger than that. Not that really anybody cares about that one. That one I didn't do very well, but I did pretty good. Alrighty. Let's see, who did I miss? Yep, but we also want Pam Bondi's loosely affiliated with Scientology. I watched that. But what I didn't catch because I was driving was what show that person was on and who was telling him about Scientology, that clip that you showed. I gotta come down a little bit. There we go. Let's see. God, yes, at least I have a breeze. Oh, hey, Afila. Hey, Kevin. Oh, if they say stupid stuff, I don't care. I'll talk to them. If they talk about the way I look, I don't care. You don't have to worry about that kind of silliness. Okay. I asked for my refund for the laptop because it's still sitting at where the tracking still looks the same. Real. And so I asked for my refund and I'm waiting. And if they don't contact me this week, I'm contacting Amazon. And if that's going to be however much time, then I'll just get the other one and wait for the refund. But no, as far as I can tell, what do you call him? The person I bought it from has not contacted me back. With two hands. Anything you want to know? Okay. No, Boogat, it's about Scientology. Same thing though. So there's my sign that I bring. I figure enough people are screaming about the Epstein files, they don't need me to. So I'm going to stick with what I'm already here for. Hey!
I agree with you 1,000%.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I'm glad. I wish
Fuck them.
the government would start investigating them.
Fuck them.
That's the problem. So many people agree with us, but nobody will get off their butt and investigate. Nobody wants to do any work. Ban social media? Okay. Well, I see the good and the bad. Oh, MEM. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Okay. I heard you say Amy. I wasn't sure if it was MEM or not. MEM doesn't like me very much. The body of seen him. No face. Hey, girl. I hope I said hi to everybody. How's the noise with you guys? Well, we want it to be busy because we want people to see the sign. I get a lot of people stop and ask me questions.
Are you on TikTok Live?
YouTube. Yeah, I did order a piece that holds two phones that would hold my phone better. It was supposed to come today. When I look, it's coming tomorrow. I'm like, well, thanks a lot. Anyway, it holds two phones so I can go on TikTok in the future. And hopefully I'll have my mics then too. Oh, no problem, girl. gets my butt out of the house. I've been sitting there all week. Because it's hot. Well, I did go out. What did I go out for? Oh, just to pick up groceries at Walmart. And it was so hot when I got back. Tom went to H-E-B and got our groceries there. I went to Walmart and got our groceries there. And we both got home and stripped as many clothes off as possible and sat in front of the fan. That's how freaking hot it was this week. In our house at midday. Woo. Hey, Fraudy, what's up? Oh, we got a good amount tonight. 25. That's pretty good for me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I just noticed your Canadian flag. How did I not notice that before? I probably did. I just forgot. I know. Everybody's like, he literally, his face fell. He was like, are you on TikTok? I said, no. He goes, oh. Like that. I'm like, YouTube is cool too. But he's right. I don't know how any of that works. I did start a channel on TikTok, but there was nothing on it. I've done nothing with it. Guys, I'm going to have to hit my intro. Y'all know I hate this inhaler. It makes me jittery. YouTube! I'll get on TikTok when I can get the second phone holder. Oh, I just got dizzy. Down here, it's the humidity level is high. I'm not that far from Kerrville. It's, I think, that way. I know, I heard about that, Adam. Scientology's on TikTok. Yeah. That's people watch. Everybody knows what I look like. Yep, Bugatti. Oh, I know. You're worse. I know. Because I'm from the Colleen area, and I drive down here, and literally it can change a whole bunch just in that 75 miles. Prism or Streamlabs. Oh! I have Streamlabs downloaded. I haven't looked at the Prism yet. Alright. Yeah, the kids like it. Yeah, and I really would rather do it on one phone. We're in Austin, John, on 6th Street. How are you doing? Yeah, I know. I do get a lot of people, so. But you know, the more eyes, the better. So. Yeah, those 2 weeks, I always, hey Drew Mac, what's up? San Antonio? I was actually in San Antonio in March. I used to go there. We've been here, the Army brought us here in '93. I used to go all the time when I was younger, but we don't do nothing now that I got older. The kids are gone. I love San Antonio. I love the Riverwalk and all that stuff. Just not this time of year. Woo! So we're here just spreading the word about how bad Scientology is. Mostly I'm hoping being in Austin like this. Now normally, if you don't know me, I'm at the actual org that these blankety blanks open. Adam, I remember my kids having MySpace. Your top 5. They liked it because they were coding and they were able to personalize their spaces. I don't know why these other sites don't let them do that, because that's what made them like it. I don't even watch TikTok. I just don't have time. Yeah, the blinkety blank. So they open right across from the University of Texas, not that a couple of miles from here, purposely so they could get the young people from college to come in and get them all Trying to get him into Scientology. Hey Jay, you can come back if you want. You just have to have your manners with you, okay? We're here to spread a message and have a good time. So, you know what I think, y'all? And I know there's lurkers. When y'all come in here and you're rude and obnoxious or you say something stupid, all I'm picturing is some dude sitting in his mom's basement with no life. Now, if that's you, I hit the nail on the head. If it's not, maybe you should stop. Most of the people in my chat act like adults. And we have a good time. Whew, okay, I'm feeling a little bit better. Was in your top high 8. Y'all gotta go hear that song. I didn't catch who published the song though. I when I'm driving, sometimes I rewind a lot. I don't know how many times I had to rewind because I missed something. Because I get involved with traffic. Oh my gosh, people make me so mad. Yes, you can see my sign. I have a sign that I can change. It's Velcro, so I can change it out. I mean, I'm gonna back up so you can see the whole thing. Woo! So I've got my sandbags, and then this side that I just fixed. And my wagon of justice that Adam Carmona named, he dubbed it my wagon of justice. Sometimes when I'm somewhere, I don't do it here. I can put signs on the side of my wagon. I think I'm gonna get some zip ties because they fell off with the magnets. Oh my gosh, people. If anything ever gets really loud, let me know and I'll mute. No, I did not. I don't know who any of those people are. Are they involved in my community? Hey, Malice, how are you? Yeah, I know, Lori. That was a good name.
Hey, we turning this hoe up for the 3. Hey, what she's talking about is true.
Thanks.
14K carry going on top of hey.
Alright. Right on.
100 on my fucking grill, you know what I'm talking about?
I need my money for other things.
I know. I've been making pipeline money though, so and trap money. So.
Oh, well, cool. I can't believe you just said that. Yeah, we get some interesting people. Yeah, the wagon of justice. Yep. It needs to be called something because that thing is heavy when there's sandbags in it. Whew, it feels like justice I'm pulling. I just have to watch out for bird dew. I have gotten bird dew inside my wagon before. I don't need to see those. I know. I know, Boogat. I thought that was like old. I don't understand it. I just don't. I spent that much on dental work. I know, they're so... I'm like, do people really go like on Tinder and go, ooh, I want him. I only want to look at people with grills. Just saying. 2000, there you go. Isn't that so 2000? I guess everything comes back around. Since I've been involved in Scientology news and stuff, I don't pay as much attention to like, you know, what's going on and stuff. How would someone even clean those? Well, I think they pop off. Well, some pop off and on, some are permanent. It just depends. Like dentures, I guess. When I had my Invisalign, they popped off and I cleaned them just like dentures. Is there anybody else in here that's lurking? Tell me where you're from. I'm curious. Oh my God, that was disgusting. Ah! I'm not going to tell you what he's called of his tree. So I did come early before I made my pit stop. I got here like 8:45. So I did what I said I was going to do. You know it's bad when someone's teeth has a gold base. I don't know if everybody on here will get that, but I get it. Yeah, my daughter moved, and I think she moved closer to Gold Base. I'm not sure. I gotta look it up. Oh, I'm so glad it's breezy. Like I said, let me know if anything gets... how is the sound? There's a lot. It's a cacophony. I don't even know if that's how you say it. Of noise. And I'm as far as I can get from it. So I got here early, and I was way down there, and I drove all the way down, and actually it's one way right here, but when you get farther down, it's two-way. Okay, good. If I try to, sometimes I don't notice. If I hear anything real loud, I'll try to mute. Because I was on earbuds one day when something happened on somebody else's stream. I was like, whoa, that was loud. That side. That side. Here. No, she wanted to be on camera. She wants to be on camera really bad. Oh, she's gone. She was back here practically doing jumping jacks. And it wasn't on her. So anyway, if I hear something loud, I'll try to mute. Whoa. Taking a break. People watch for a minute. I gotta stop talking for a second. Yeah, I'm just letting the medicine work. Trying to talk over the noise, I'm projecting my voice. I need to let it rest for a second and let that work. I feel better already. It's because I didn't even check the humidity. I just checked for rain. But I've got two of these now. I've got this one, so I got it on my phone. But I have, this goes on this bag, and I got a whole purple one for my other bag. So I don't have to go looking, because they gave me 3.
No, it's a guy.
I can already tell the difference. It usually takes about 10 or 15 minutes. I can see Guy Fieri. You guys can see it too. On a screen over there. Is right there. You guys can't see it as clear as I can. I can watch TV. Just kidding. Whoa. Hey, it is. That's okay. Yeah, it's not too bad, but sometimes, like, that's good. That's good. It is I see that I now. Hey, yo, mama. We are on 6th Street in Austin. Hanging out, people watching, talking to people about how bad Scientology is. trying to spread the word. Most people that come by, though, are like, they know it's bad. No, what I do is I like the fan, but I go on and I turn on YouTube on, yep, that's exactly, it's a cult. That's what my sign says. Scientology is a cult. Ask me why. And I have a lot of people stop and ask me. So I turn on 432 frequency on YouTube, and there's a lot of them with a black screen. And they can be different. I like the low tones, not the high tones. But yeah, I know you're, hey honey, I grew up with that static noise. We used to have them on TVs that had static between every channel. I actually don't like that. I don't like the static so much. It's kind of unnerving for me. Yeah, I looked it up, and it had something to do with healing the nervous. It had something to do with fibromyalgia. And it does work. It does work. There have been times it's been hard for me to wake up because it was still playing. Ooh. So it works really well. I have one of those racing brains. If I don't have something to pay attention to, it'll just keep me up all night. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. It is I. Yeah, I don't really listen to the radio much. I'm always listening to YouTube people when I'm driving. Hey Ronzo, we're on 6th Street in Austin, where, if you don't know, it's the live music capital of the world. Yep. Oh God, I remember being a kid and you had to stand there and hold it for your parents. Oh, stay right there. And you're like, so where's everybody from? I'm all flushed from the walk here. That's why I'm not keeping it on me. Woo. Oh, goodness. Yep. Rabbit ears. I remember my friend had the first remote in the 70s that I'd ever seen. And it was as big as a smartphone, about an inch thick, with 3 buttons. LA, this is where our movement started, was on Hollywood Boulevard. You may know of Streets LA. He's the one that started all of this, the anti-Scientology stuff, the protesting and standing out front and giving him a hard time. But right now, they opened here February before last, right across from the university. So I started coming down that week, the week before, to educate the students about Scientology. Oh, my sign's in the way. I didn't realize it was that low. Hang on. Let me get that out of the way. There we go. There we go. I have to have it low enough people can see it. The remote, that thing was so big. I was like, ooh, I was like 7 or 8. Or your parents called you out from your bedroom to go change the channel. Mine didn't do that as much, but my husband's parents did, I guess. Oh, I'm talking too much again. Yeah, it's awful dang early for them to be like that. It's only 11:30. Oh, it happened to pop up. I opened my phone, so this is what that's what I listen to when I go to sleep. I wanted to check the humidity. Let's see, where are we? We are in Austin. And there's other frequencies. Look them up, because there's all these different frequencies that do different things. That's just the one that... Alright, where'd it go? Now, okay, it's not taking me to the hourly the way I want. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, my God. Somebody has a cigar and I just took it. Oh, God. A huge... Oh. Ugh. Somebody's trying to murder me. If you don't hear from me again, they murdered me. 72%. Yep, that's bad for me. But I'm okay now. I took my inhaler. Whoa, dude, that guy. Dude. Really? I just took a big inhalation of something I hope was a cigar. Ugh. Deep. It's coming from over here. The wind. Must have been a car driving by. The cult leader, Lyndon LaRouche, had a front organization called the Schiller Institute. Part of their mission was to get classical musicians to tune their instruments to... Oh. Didn't know that. Yeah, I looked them up and I can't even remember why I picked 432. But I know it works. Let's see. 432 hertz is therapeutic and meditative, relaxation, stress reduction, a sense of well-being. I thought it was more than that. I think it was healing. Whatever I was reading. But you know, I'm a hillbilly hippie. I like all that weird stuff. If it works, I'll try everything once. If it works, I'll stick with it.
Hello.
Hi. What would you like to know?
No, I was living in LA for a while. And these weird Scientology came over to me.
Right, they're big. That's one of their big.
They started asking me a bunch of questions. So what's the deal with that?
So they're trying to get you in. They're trying to get you a member. And
What are they? What do they do? I know Tom Cruise is one.
yeah. They don't have a duty. They don't have a belief. It's not faithful. They're told that if they go through these courses, spend upwards of $300,000, go on this bridge. When you get done, you're going to be a super being and be able to control matter, energy, space, and time. They don't really tell you that at the get-go. They're nice to you. They love on you. They get you in. They start you on course. Now, if you don't have $300,000, then they're going to want to sign you up for slave labor Sea Org. Sea Org right now is mostly second and third generation that have been indoctrinated into kids. And they pull them out of school between 12 and 14 and start working 110 hours a week. And this stat, going out and talking to people, a lot of paperwork, a lot of redundant paperwork, a lot of weird training, taking their own courses. And the Sea Org is the worst part. And because they sign a billion-year contract, they have to work for them until they die. And they're allowed to get married, but they don't care. They might send your spouse off to another country for 5 years. And if you get pregnant, they will bust you from the pudding, because that will distract you from your duty. And we've had people escape in Trump's car. He run off the road.
Did they almost get you?
No. There was a lot of ex-members. There was an ex-member about 3 years ago that popped into my seat when I was a veteran. So at times, I binge watched a year of his videos, an ex-member, and then he started introducing me to other ex-members. So all of my information comes from and have lived it. Okay, I didn't watch a documentary, I didn't watch a TV show, and there are those, or books. I learned everything from those people. Then about 16 months, February before last, I had just healed from a back pain, long story, and I was able to get out of bed. And I think things happen. They opened right across from the University of Texas on purpose.
Oh, so they could like get...
Right, and the very next month they opened one in Chicago across from the university. So we started going out the week prior. I didn't know I'd still be doing this a year, more than a year later. And really, we're trying to educate people that don't understand it, and we're trying to get the authorities to investigate it. Because if you think what the Catholic Church did was bad, this is 10 times worse.
God doesn't like the Catholic Church.
Well, the thing about the Catholic Church, those were people doing bad things, but the doctrine is good. The doctrine in this is bad.
Catholic Church. Not only are they touching kids, they change, they took the book of Enoch out of the Bible.
Yeah,
They,
I know.
You know what I mean? He talks a lot of truth in that, right? And Enoch is, I would say,
Well, I'm going to say, we actually don't get religious on this channel. The only reason I mention that is because they eventually did investigate and they took notice, but it took a long time. But what they were doing, compared to what Scientology got worse. Worse. They protect child predators. It is a high crime to take a Scientologist
is that
to
why
authority.
these Hollywood motherfuckers get protected?
Yeah, Danny Masterson, did you hear about his trial last year?
No.
Have you ever seen that 70s show?
Okay,
You
yeah.
know Hyde, the curly-haired guy?
Yeah.
That's Danny Masterson. He's a Scientologist. His whole family is a Scientologist. He's second, maybe third generation. I gotta look at my people. They look give me things to talk about. Do you mind being on camera?
Why not?
Okay. I always ask first. So, they protected him for over 20 years. He would drug and R women. And he did it to Scientologists mostly at the time. And they protected him. And there were 2 trials. The first one was a mistrial. And it was 3 victims that took him to court for criminal charges. There were 2 more witnesses, and we know of at least 5 more. And the second one, they allowed the Scientology in, and they got his files where he said, yes, I did it, but I didn't think it was wrong. And if you cannot be a victim in Scientology, if you are a victim, even if somebody runs a red light and hits you, it's your fault. You brought that in. You did something wrong to pull that in. There's no victims in Scientology. So all they did was treat these women like poor people. They did go to the authorities. And they went through years of harassment for it. They even poisoned their dogs when one died. They have a special department called Office of Special Affairs that go after people, even like me, who are against the church or have left the church or speaking out against the church. They will go through your tracks. They'll put private investigators on you. This thing is organized. The guy that created it in 1950 was a science fiction writer.
Yeah.
And he was a nut job, but he was a genius nut job. This thing outlived him. Most cults are small, don't have a lot of money, so they usually implode after a while when the leader starts going off the rails. Well, he did start going off the rails, but he went into seclusion. Other people ran the church. And the guy that took it over wasn't even supposed to. He did a coup, pulled a coup, and he's worse.
Like what other shit do you think? So, like women are getting drugs and there's protecting widows.
Well, we know we have. Here's another. I can only tell you about certain cases. Okay, right now there's a lawsuit going on. One of the they're so insulated that their kids go to Scientology school. You know, they're not allowed to look at anything into Scientology. And there was a kid in.
Sounds like they're in China.
They are. They're being indoctrinated. Yeah, it is. So in around 2011. There was a basketball coach that was they knew it, protected him, let him finish out his contract, gave him a glowing review. He goes to another school and assaults 6 more kids. Now he's in prison because that wasn't a Scientology. Now that victim that Scientology system is suing the school and stuff
Good.
and the church over this. Because and so it is a high, so they cover up everything because it is a high crime. So it's in their book, their literature. It is a high crime to take Scientology. If you go into business with Scientology, sorry.
It's like selling your soul, isn't it?
It's all about mind control. You know, they work on you slowly. And they get a lot of intelligent people. I tell them they're not weak, they find the need in you.
And then what they're doing, they're actually hypnotizing.
Yes. Oh, he studies it. Yeah, we know he studies it.
Psychology, hypnotism, and neurology.
Yeah, and they do this auditing, which is like half therapy, half interrogation. And he modeled it on trauma therapy. He could have done some good if he hadn't gone this under 40% or crazy above that. He would have stayed pure with what he was doing. He could have actually helped people. I gotta see what they're talking about. Oh, they're not talking. They know I don't look when I'm talking, so they're not bothering.
They've got someone handsome to look at too.
Yeah. That's good. They like to watch when I'm out here. What it is when classes let out this year, I did still last summer, and I do still do Scientology.
Oh yeah, I'm learning about life.
Come on over.
It's fun.
Oh, I just like God.
High five.
I fight for God.
Yeah.
Well, I
Fuck Scientology. God is in the house, and he's gonna.
Aussie.
He gonna fucking raw dog style. He gonna clap Scientology cheeks.
but yeah, the more you delve into it, the more ridiculousness you find out. And we're also trying to tell the people inside there are two foundations that'll help on the state.
It is.
They won't let you leave. You have to sign a $1 billion contract. If you're now, if you're like top and you're giving them a bunch of money, like that, you don't get to shop like this, huh? No, no.
You heard it, folks.
No, but we're looking at Pambani a little bit because some Scientologists, there are other big bases in Florida, which is the big and they held fundraisers for them. So, trying to get the government to investigate them. There's other countries that told them no go on recognizing the United Church because they have a list of how much work it costs. Churches aren't allowed to do that. They have to do donations. So because they have a price list, they're a business. And it is a business. They have $1 billion in offshore bank accounts.
So what you're saying is, if it's a business, they got to be paying tax.
Right, but they're protected because they're under tax exempt status as a church, so the authorities don't want to investigate.
It's cool. They don't worship it, no.
But social media is making some dent. We've made some inroads. They're small, but we're making a difference doing this. I'm not a big channel. You know, I'm not going to get the eyeball of anybody big, but I'm hoping people like you tell somebody else, Miss Kim on here.
Miss Kim is on Facebook or Instagram or
Huh?
Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, I'm about to go on TikTok and but I'm waiting for my...
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I'm a Christian, but I tell people that's not what brought me here. What brought me here was the child. Finding out about the child. So like, there was a girl whose dad was assaulted. The church knew. Everybody knew. Every time it got posted somewhere else, his file went first. And they read everything. He even confessed to the LAPD. In fact, he confessed things he didn't even remember. He was live. And they covered it up.
Yeah, and one thing God does not tolerate child. And he's taking people's free will from them, so...
And when you get told to work for them...
I'm pretty sure they're going to get dealt with this.
And there's no medical care. So all the old people were here and there are and when you get told to work for them, they put you in a home, they take your Social Security, they take credit cards out of your name without your knowledge, and then because you're going to die, and then it will go away. Well, Mike Brown was in the Army, and I finally figured out what they won't tell you where your family members are. They you have to cut all contact. If anybody gets deployed, have you seen Tom Cruise and wife left?
What's the name of the people they join?
They think they're going to become super beings, but what ends up
You
what
don't
they watch.
you don't need to be a Scientologist to become a super being. You need binaural frequencies. You need to do breath work. Search breath work beats on YouTube, and breathe every day. And when you do binaural frequencies, it makes both sides of your brain work together. You over-oxygenate your brain, and it goes from 2 halves to a full.
Really?
Then you get access to your whole brain. That's how you become God.
Okay.
No, trust me. You go in God mode, your IQ goes through the roof, you never have anxiety, you never feel nervous, you feel like you're enough, you love yourself. It's a secret. It's how you
Ate up, be nice. Okay, I don't know if
I'm sorry for hijacking the
Oh,
channel.
that's fine. No,
Thank you for educating me about that.
I didn't have it on all messages. No, that's what I'm here for. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Like a nice lady. But what I said, you know how the top ones got super being powers, or what they perceive to be, how you become hyperdimensional.
I've heard a little bit about that.
You do breath work, then you do binaural frequencies. I do that every day, and I can speak to people telepathically if they.
Now, they say that you'll be able to do that too in Scientology.
I can do that. Ask the guys from Kill Tony, because I did it to them at the London show, and they fuck out. It was pretty fun. But if you go on to the God frequency, Gamma 963.
We were just talking about that because I listened to 432 to sleep.
So when you wake up, so if 432 is how you want to sleep, Gamma 963 with a 40 hertz differential, do that in the morning, and then you go into breathwork beats.
I need to do breath work. I breathe real shallow and then it's fine.
And you feel anxious all the time, right? You feel like
tired.
Yeah. This is going to change your life. I knew there was a reason I was going to stop.
I'm actually interested in this a little bit.
Actually, I don't know. I just started.
Well, I'll remember the 963.
963, and the YouTube channel is called The Power of You. Yeah.
Alright.
28. So this is the one.
Alright.
Gamma 963. It's called Brain Hemispheric Synchronization.
Alright.
But I'm going to be teaching course. I'm going to be building a course on this very soon. But I thought I'd just share the wealth since you're doing God's work with this shit. I'm going to give you a gift from God.
Well, thank you.
God put me onto this, and it changed my life. And then,
the air is so nice. I knew I should pick this corner for a reason.
Do you know what else the Catholic Church did, them cocksuckers? Right? Jesus' name isn't Jesus, it's the Yeshua. Yeah, the Catholic Church decided to change his name to Jesus so no one would remember him. It's crazy. So they wouldn't remember who he actually was. His name was Yeshua. You know, in Passion of the Christ, he's called Yeshua in that movie.
If I missed any of y'all's comments, I forgot at the beginning to put it on all messages and only had it on top.
I just made a new friend, so you're going to have to be patient, alright?
Alright. Alright, what?
Oh yeah, so the one I do this in the morning. Not this. Son of a bitch. Now I'm getting laughed at on camera. Like, thanks guys.
They can't see
fucking judge me.
Oh my God.
Alright. So this is Breathwork Beats. I do this every morning, right?
I've seen that.
You start with left, you do this, and then you switch. That's Nadi Shodana, and that makes both your brain.
I wasn't doing it for that, but I was doing that for some reason. I don't remember why.
Do this in the mornings.
All right.
And you get really high from it, and it's free. It's nice. So your brain's full of oxygen.
Right.
You not only breathe because
See, I know I don't breathe enough because I've yawned my whole life.
Do you have any health issues? Right.
I was bedridden for almost 15 years.
Right. You use 528 binaural frequencies.
I have fibromyalgia.
Like emotional pain. I think it's 432 to heal your body.
Yeah, that's why I listen to that.
432 to heal your cells. 963 God frequency for focus. Get yourself.
I've seen that, the God frequency.
Right now, don't you?
I know, I just had an asthma attack a few minutes ago.
Do you have any like mental trauma? Do you have any traumas? Do you have any like insecurities?
Not so much.
Do you have any limiting beliefs you want to let go of?
Maybe. But a lot of the people that are in this community, we feel for the ex-members because we've all been through trauma, a lot of us.
Well, I'm going to help you guys watching this let go of your trauma. Right. You do
Breathwork, Adam.
Go on Breathwork Beats. You put that on your TV. And then once you've done that,
can't hurt.
get yourself some headphones, some earbuds, bang those bad boys in, and find yourself binaural frequencies on your phone. I think the YouTube channel's The Power of You. Before you go to bed, put your headphones in, 6 hertz, theta. You put that in, you do your breath work, and before you go to bed, you say, okay, if you want to like get a better job, you say, this job doesn't serve me anymore. I want to do X, Y, and Z. Your subconscious will like, oh, that's what we want to do now. And your subconscious will do the...
I need to check my email.
So you get that job. If you got trauma, you do these theta frequencies, and you look yourself in the face, I'll let go of when those bullies made me not feel good, right? I replace it with, I love me, I'm a bad motherfucker, you try and stop me, be happy. And then you'll notice that they just like float out your chest, and you feel fantastic.
That sounds cool. All right.
Love yourselves, you're enough, and this lady's wonderful, she's gonna give me a hug. Yeah, I won't believe it.
All right. You too, bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, he's on it. What?
This is it. Yeah, all God. That's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know the crap that they do to people?
No, I know.
So a lot of people know they're bad, but don't know exactly what. The biggest thing is the child abuse.
Oh, really?
Yes. They don't believe their kids are children. They believe they're big beings in small bodies because they live multiple lives. So there's rampant child abuse. And because they're like, well, you could have been an 8.
Come here, listen to this too. Listen to this. Come on.
Well, sorry. They believe that their daughter might have been an 80-year-old man in their last life, so they don't nurture them. They take them out of school at like 13, 14, put them to work. It's ridiculous.
I gotta go.
All right, you have a good evening.
Yeah, that's true though. Oh God.
I need a break anyway. Well, we were just talking about numbers, so that was kind of interesting. I am going to check it out. I don't think I can be a telepath, though. But I have, in the past, tried meditation and breathing. And obviously, I need to work on my breathing. I never really kept with it for very long. So I'm going to check it out. It can't hurt. Let me go back and see if I missed anything. I hope I didn't. It looks like I saw everything. 432 has an interesting cult connection. I didn't see that. Really? I think I saw everybody. Woo, that was interesting. My hair. I would wear a hat, but it's too dang hot. When I'm at work, I'm literally, if I'm outside, I'm carrying my hat. It's too hot. Woo. Even if all it'll do is teach me how to breathe better, I need that. I'm still a little dizzy. It's from the inhaler itself. What's going on here? Can't see. There we go. My poor hair. I don't care. I'm not here to be in a beauty contest. like I said, that was interesting. Alright, I need to loosen the... whoops. That wasn't supposed to happen. I just wanted to turn it a little. There. Nope, too tight. Is that too loud? That person in front of me? If something gets loud, let me know. I'll mute it. I cannot get this to turn. Alright. Okay. Well, he's got his deck. Now that they're electric, they deck them all out with lights and stuff. See? This is all purple. My favorite color. And he's lit up over there. I didn't know they set... Oh, there it goes again. Alright, I'm not going to be able to turn it like that. Well, that's cool, handsome fan. Me, I mean, I'm okay with it right now. It's not bothering me. But if there was something like too loud, I don't like a lot of bass. I had my big Bluetooth speaker playing before I left the house, and there's no way on my computer to change the equalizer, and I needed to turn that bass down. I got to download something, I don't know. Alright, I'm starting to feel almost normal again. I realized that the newer the inhaler is, the less jittery I get. I was using that. I used that other one right before I got new ones, and oh my gosh, it made me so jittery. Hey, I know where Tyler is. Oh, well. Yeah, this movement I'm in started in LA on Hollywood Boulevard about a year and a half or so ago. And then a bunch of us just started channels in front of other Scientology orgs, which is where I'm normally at. But because classes are out, I decided to come out to where all the people were and talk to people and just spread some information. You know, people want to listen. I mean, he listened to my stuff first, so I appreciate it. He wasn't being rude, so I didn't want to cut him off. He was sounded like he had good intentions for the most part. Better than somebody showing me their teeth. Because cults don't let you leave.
Cults don't let you leave.
Yep.
They're stuck in on Earth.
That's some blue hair there. I want silver hair really bad, but you have to bleach first. I won't bleach anymore.
Penis.
Nice. Jerk face. Adam, you are speaking facts. That is true. I feel like I've been... Sometimes I'm surprised I'm still here this long. And then sometimes I'm like, I feel like I've been doing this a really long time. But not really in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I can see, you know, how we're changing things up. I mean, it needed to happen in some ways. Like this. I think I'm getting a lot more people from, I mean, look at all the different people I see from other parts of the world just walking by because they're here on a vacation. Yeah, that's true, Hanson, but I'll be honest, we try to stay out of it. I don't get involved in that stuff. And the channels that are involved, I just kind of stay away from because that's not what most of us are here for.
Thank you for the rest. Thank you for the rest.
I don't know what she was saying. Yeah, that's not what we got in it for. So, you know, I knew getting into this because I've dealt with large groups before that you're always going to have, you know, not everybody is going to be great, you know, you're going to have that small percentage that, you know, are in it for the wrong reasons, that have problems, that, you know, all different things. For the rose.
I don't need to ask you why. I just know it is.
Yeah. Cults don't let you leave. A religion you can.
Huh?
A religion you can leave. A cult won't let you leave.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, a lot of people know it is. They know it's bad, but they don't know the details. And, you know, it took a long time to get them to investigate other organizations for this stuff. Hey, C. Kyle. What's up? Be nice. We're all here to be nice to each other. You missed what I said about people that come on and say mean stuff. All of us picture somebody in their basement, in their underwear, at their mom's house, with no life. Because I know I got better things to do than to be going on to somebody I don't know's chat and saying stupid stuff. So you can come back later if you want to be nice. We should put that, you know how you put your thing you just put up there, your guidelines? We need to add to that. And we know you're sitting in your basement in your underwear. Got locked in a movie room. Oh yeah, we've heard about that. Visitors, yep. Oh my gosh, Hanson. Oh my gosh. Hanson fans. Yeah, that's what they do. They don't, I think they're a little bit more careful nowadays. Social media is, what we're doing here is...
He's a Scientologist.
Are you really?
I did actually.
Scientologists don't party, so I do.
They did actually like walk in the building and maybe, yeah, it was actually really rough.
Yeah, they're very coercive when they need to be.
Yeah, I was trying to be funny and they actually walked me in there. It was bad.
Except for this person right here just said that same thing happened to them in high school. Yeah, this guy, he said he got locked in too. Yeah. Hey, Juan Carlos. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I talk to a lot of people out on nights like this. It is amazing. Then we get some characters sometimes. But that's okay. Yes, I do. I forgot what I was going to say. I just went blank. I don't remember this much. Must be a different, because they have different bands, and whatever music is going on across the street is like very bassy. But it's all live music, so it changes. I'm just glad my chat didn't freeze up. Hopefully this new holder will be better to hold my phone. I'm also looking for I'm looking at new cases, because this case has this stuff on the back, and it makes it really hard to put in, so I'm trying to get something that's really flat. 2002 that happened? Yeah, see, since then, the internet, we know it's working because they have sent homeless people after some of our protesters and all kinds of stuff to try to get us to stop. I don't know what that means, Adam. Binaural teeth. Sounds familiar, but I don't know what that means. Whew. All right, let's turn it around. There's people walk. Ooh, I like her stockings. Those are nice. I wore something like that one time when I was really young. just spreading the word about Scientology and the abuses inside. And, you know, letting people stop and ask us questions. Yeah. Honestly, twice in a year to me isn't that bad. Some people got it way worse. Yeah, so I get people to stop and talk. I have my sign up here. And we people watch too. So I usually am over at their org by the college where they opened on purpose, but classes are out. So I thought, I don't know, it's been a couple of months now. I started coming out here on Friday night and just talking to people when they want to stop and talk. And people watch when nothing else is going on. Kind of interesting. It's a little less boring than me sitting over by the org. So, and I get a lot. I just had a long conversation with somebody about it because people will come up and say, what exactly is Scientology? Nobody really knows because they won't tell you. If you ask a Scientologist what it is, they'll say you got to read a book. Literally, they will say that. Kirstie Alley was on Big Brother and they asked her and she said you have to read a book. How many religions do you know that the people involved don't want to tell you all about it? Okay, I'll take care of it. I got Friday or two. At least it's not as bad tonight as other nights. Man, y'all's fingers were probably tired. Yeah, well, Angela, about a year and a half ago, it started in Hollywood Boulevard in LA. And a bunch of TikTokers, one guy started. And they started joining. Okay, they're gone. And then a bunch of YouTubers and No, it's windy. Are you hearing that? Alright. I'll see what I can do. It's usually not this constant. Let me know if it gets better. Is that any better? Let's see about turning it. Is that any better? That's another thing I should look at. Some sort of barrier that I can clip on. Okay. I turned it a little. Hopefully it won't hit it so hard. Oh, it's starting to go away. I was just getting gusts. Okay. Yeah, it's going away now. Oh, hey, One Love. How are you? We are on 6th Street in Austin, Texas. Just hanging out, talking to people about how bad Scientology is and people watching. If you have any questions, that's what I'm here for. A lot of people don't understand how insidious they are and abusive they are. Okay. Yeah. This one definitely is not a religion, and other countries have said so. They literally bullied their way into tax exemption a second time. They took it away by suing them 20-something hundred times, either direct agents or IRS themselves, until they finally said, okay, fine, here. That's how they got it back. But other countries like, I think Germany and some of them, they don't recognize them as a religion because they have a price list for their courses, and churches aren't supposed to do that. That's a business. But we can't get our authorities, we cannot get our authorities to investigate. That's all we want. One Love, yeah, you know, they're big in Clearwater. They're trying to steal the street again. Yep. It's funny though. I've heard that there's a lot of people in Clearwater and other places that really don't. I'm not near their org. They can't do anything. But the reason they can't, Angela, is when I'm over at the org, I don't go anywhere. This is my First Amendment right of free speech. And as long as I'm not breaking a law or harassing or being rude, which I'm not, there's nothing they can do. Oh, I don't know. I'm too old to know what that looks like, E. But we get a lot of people out here because this is the live music capital of the world. So was that guy British that was standing here or Australian? I'm terrible with accents. Hey, I don't know how to say that. M-stab? Not sure. Oh, you need to grow up? Yeah. Depends on how old you are. I mean, some people never want to grow up. What was that commercial? I don't want to grow up. Yeah, I thought he was British. Oh, goodness. I forget what I was saying. I can't wait to get my new mic. So, could you guys hear him the whole time? Or, cause I knew he was getting in like the camera, but when he was far away, could you guys? Oh, I didn't see that. You know what? I've done that before when I was younger, and my shoes were killing me because I like to dance, and I was leaving, and I went barefooted in my stockings. I just washed them when I got home. I'm like, these shoes are killing me. So I get it. I can't blame her. Oh, hold on, let me mute. Man, time flies so fast when we're here. I can't believe I've been here this long. Whew. Oh, I'm really glad that was muted because of what he said. I'm really glad that was muted. Lowriders, motorcycles, souped up pickup trucks. Oh my God. Okay. Like I said, I'm glad I was on mute. He's like, you should join a good cult. One that does. Anyway. So I was glad I was on mute. That's why I don't know if you saw, but I pushed him. I was like, no, dude, no. What is going on tonight? Why they gotta be? They get between these buildings and they rev their engine, and it's annoying. And I had a motorcycle, and I still didn't like loud ones. Mine was not loud. Ooh, check this out. That long. Alright, let's see what I missed. Okay, thanks for saying goodbye to her for me. I didn't notice. Oh, what was you doing in downtown? Oh, did you just work there at one time? You should go down there. I don't know if you've gone down there when the group's down there on Friday night. Looks like they have a lot of fun. Hey Raymond, how are you? Where are you from? Tell me where y'all are from. See how long that thing is? How's he gonna take that corner? I gotta watch this. He's gonna have to go wide on these streets. He's trying to wait. That thing's all rusted out at the bottom. Right through there. You know, I was only in a limo one time and it was a wreck. I was not happy. But luckily, we didn't pay for it. DFW, alright. Been up there. My son's going to school in Irving right now. He's up there. Oh, he went straight. I think he gave up trying to turn. No, I'm on 6th Street in Austin. Just people watching, and then they stop and talk to me. Yeah, he's been up there a year now. He hates driving up there. He hates it. But let's see, they have an org up there too. The Scientology. I went up there to visit my son, and we went over there. Oh, okay, One Love. I get it. Was it, there's a lot of Scientology buildings down there. Hey, lover, how are you? Yeah, so we're not technically from Texas, but the Army brought us here in '93, and we're still here. We really like the state. I just can't handle the heat. Thank you, Frotty. Thank you. Or telepathy. We might have to add that on. Man, I went through 2 bottles of water already, you guys. Woo. All gone. I like doing this too because it's not midday like I did last summer. I'm still trying. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them, I wouldn't even know where that is. Oh, I didn't get to finish what I was saying earlier about. So I drove up and down 6th Street to see if there was anywhere better to set up shop. That's smart, One Love. If it was Scientology, they would have tried to get you to look at a book or watch a movie or something, probably. Anyway, this is the best area. Farther down that way, they start getting farther apart, and there's less people. There's still places, but most people would probably drive from place to place. This is the most area where all the bars line up side to side to side to side. missed it. I was... Where'd they go? No one spoke. Yeah. Okay, this is one way this way, and I don't see a one way for this side street. I'm looking. I don't see a one way, but I don't see a yellow line either. No, this is one way, but I don't see a sign. That's weird. Oh, nope, that's for 6th Street. That's weird. It just says right over here that you can't turn that way on this street. Sometimes they'll be one way and then they'll go into two way. 6th Street does that farther down because I was driving. Oh no. Heck, I don't know where I was driving. They probably did. They don't care. Juan Carlos. I forgot to bring my Powerade. And there's something else I forgot. That when I don't come out for a couple weeks, my routine gets all screwed up. So Tom, we're talking about getting me a cap for my truck. I'll go back and look though. We're at 132. Yes, but you know what? I did it once in Waco, near where I work. I turned left and I was like, holy crap. And I immediately pulled into a parking lot and turned around and I was like, holy crap, I went the wrong way. Thank God it was during the day and nobody, on a Sunday, nobody was there. Woo! And like I said, I don't see a sign. So how are they supposed to know? Except the no right turn sign, that's the only thing. So I guess that's all they need right there. I'm at San Jacinto and 6th Street. If you wanted to look on a map. Darwin's Pub's across the street. I normally stand over there. Where's my finger? Over there. But the pedicabs really do sit over there a lot, and they were loud. So I moved over here. I missed the cop staging right here. I wish they would come back. I didn't have anybody acting a fool that night. Did you already, Chris, did you already tell me where are you from? I'm just asking people where they're from. I wanted to get here early, so 11 to 1:30. That's why I tried to come a little. I'd like to get here at 10:30. I could have been. I got here super early. But I sat at Caroline's and had my appetizer and my beer, and I didn't realize it was getting that late. New England, Northeast England. Oh, in England, Northeast England. Oh, cool. That's really cool. You missed the guy earlier. He was British. He was here. We had a long conversation. He was very talkative. But I'm actually going to check that breathing thing out. With my asthma, I need to work on it. More oxygen can't can't hurt anything. No, I like spreading the word, about all this crappy stuff that they do. Because so many people, they know it's a cult. They know it's not right. They know it's wrong. Scientology bad. They don't know for reals what's going on. And that's where we come in. So, and you guys have made it so much more fun. Gosh, if I was standing out here by myself with nobody to interact with, I don't know if I could have lasted this long. I said I would have, but you know, I really thought about it. I'm like, I don't know if I could have. You know, like Erica and Clearwater, I don't know how she does it. She doesn't record or do a channel or anything. I mean, that's dedication, I have to say. And she goes out alone a lot. It looks like she's trying to be there with the group more. So the Clearwater PD is finally starting to act like the LAPD. And I think somebody needs to school them on what went on in LA, and that we have hundreds of hours of them being corrupt and stupid, to the point where they started going to the commissioners' meetings and they don't understand the reach that social media has. They're going to become YouTube famous, TikTok famous, and with all of our coverage, from last I heard, hold on. Hey, Aquamist. Last I heard, LAPD stopped working their events.
Hey, what do you think about Scientology?
What?
Good or bad?
Bad.
Yeah, bad.
Where are you from, Aquamist? I've been asking everybody. We're in Austin. Yes.
Hey, I'm not from Montana about this. You think it's bad? What is that? Can you explain it to us?
Yeah. So, over here. You mind being on camera? Yeah. All right. So, Scientology doesn't have a belief system like most churches do. They don't have a God. They don't have a deity. They believe if you take these courses and spend over $300,000, that you'll become a super being and you can control matter, energy, space, and time. If you don't have that money, then they sign you up for the slave labor force, like those are the ones that can't ever leave for the rest of their life. They sign their whole life away and they work for them until they die. And if they try to leave, they've escaped in trunks of cars, they've been run off the road, they've been put in rooms under guard, they've been drugged back from bus stations. That's why a cult won't let you leave, a religion will. And so it was the child abuse that brought me out. And you guys go to college here at all? No, ma'am. Well, a year and a half ago, they opened across from the university. And when we found that out, that's what brought me down here to educate the college students. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we're trying to get the authorities to investigate it because all of the abuses that go on.
Wait, so are they here in downtown Austin too? I know they're, I seen them in LA.
Yeah, that's where this all started. And then we've all started, we have channels all over the world now doing this. Educating people and stuff like that. And then we have the ex-members. That's who I learned all this from. And who escaped. So, there's some documentaries and TV shows out there. But the reason there's child abuse is they don't believe they're kids. They believe that they're big beings in small bodies because they live multiple lives. It's like, well, you were just your last life. So they don't treat them like kids. They don't get a good education. They get pulled out of school from 12 to 14, and they're signed up for the field where they work 110 hours a week for $50 a week. And they get away with it because they're called religious volunteers. And that's
sounds like a loophole.
Right.
They're using it against them.
We're trying to get their tax exempt status revoked because they have a price list for their courses. You're not allowed to do that anymore. It's supposed to be donation only.
Donation only, yeah.
Oh God. And they've got $1 billion in
They monopolize on people's. I noticed that a lot. Just the Scientology, like most churches.
Yeah, well, that's what they do to their. You have the ones that spend all the money, right? Like Tom Cruise, he's a member. But then you have the Sea Organ staff that. Yeah, and then you have the Sea Org that have to work until they die. They can't. They will. If they get pregnant, they take them to the clinic. You're not allowed to have kids. You can get married, but they'll separate you in 5 years. They don't care. It's family destroying, child abusing, human trafficking. Now they're bringing people from third world countries. They're trying to get a lot of Spanish speakers, not even speakers. They're like, oh, you can come to the U.S. We'll help you get a visa. They get there and they take their passport.
They're trying to think with the visa.
Well, they get them here and then they take away their passport and they can't leave and they can't speak English and they're
just stuck in
scared.
there, they don't understand. They're like,
Yeah.
They're stuck in USA. They say, okay, I gotta do whatever.
So that's who they're targeting now. Because they can't get English speakers because they're seeing social media. What you see in there now is second, third generations who were born in. They're a lot smaller than they try to say they are. So, all right, y'all have a good evening. Thanks for listening. All right. Woo. Ohio. I'm from Ohio. Woo. The Army brought us here. Cincinnati. I'm from near, actually, not that far. I'm from southern, western Columbus. But me and my husband both. Yeah, we have a lot of people in this community dealing with, talking about that too. But our community is mostly anti-Scientology. But, that gets talked about too a lot. I'm a Buckeyes fan. I'm not big in the NFL. My Buckeyes, I've been here 32 years in Texas, and my Buckeyes are still important. I tell people, when we thought we were going back home and we were on like Remax, one of those, look for a house, every single house had a Buckeye room. You see Bearcats. Okay. But that's the only thing. We still have some family there, but they're getting older. We never did move back. We're going to go full-time RV at some point. And, oh, yeah. I wanted to go to Ohio State when I was younger. My niece did go to Ohio State. She became a dentist. She's married with kids now, so that was a while back. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, my rivalries are good natured. I don't like, Michigan is our biggest rival. And I met Woody Hayes, the guy that really started the hate campaign in the 70s. And I'm just not with that stuff. I want it to be fun. Hang on, I gotta stretch.
Wait,
We'll watch people. What do you want to know?
I want to know why.
Scientology.
I want to know about Scientology.
Scientology, a cult doesn't let you leave. A religion you can leave.
That's a Scientology.
Don't
Let me
yell.
talk.
Please don't yell. Don't yell. That hurt my ears.
That is a cult.
There's no belief system. They don't have a God. They just think you can become a powerful being if you do these courses. Scientology.
That is a cult. Who? Jesus is the only one above.
Scientology.
Look into it. It's really
biggest
bad.
fucking
There's a
cult
lot
in
of
the
child
world.
abuse.
They
It's a lot of
child
child
abuse and they waste people.
Yeah, I muted that. He hurt. Yes, I did that on purpose. Lord, I don't call them that. Alcatraz, I don't call them degenerates. They're just having a good time. They're under the influence, being silly. Every once in a while, I get somebody rude, but for the most part, they've been pretty nice. Here's a tip. Don't fall asleep watching SPTV. I listen to SPTV right next to my husband who sleeps during the day because he works at night, and he's had that experience. So now I use my earbuds. Yep. You know what's funny? Way back when I first started, I binge watched in 23. This was 2023, towards the end. Aaron's a year of his videos when he was pre-recording them and not live streaming. And I literally would turn them on to go to sleep. Because he was very, you know, monotone, talking, he didn't get loud. Can't do that with the live streams, but we talked earlier, I'm listening to 432 megahertz now, and it helps me sleep. The haircuts tell you all you need to know. I don't know what's in these days, so I wouldn't know that. Alcatraz, I wouldn't know that. It's like YouTube is listening to me, because earlier today I watched a Law & Order SVU episode based on, oh my gosh, really? Based on Scientology. I didn't know they had one. Ooh, I want to see that. I'll look that up. I've watched Law & Order off and on. I was never an avid watcher. I would just, if it was on, I would watch it. Years ago, I watched it probably a little bit more. Season 4. Yeah, God, they're in like, what? Season 11 to 20? I mean... Yeah, I may have seen it, but that was back when I didn't know anything about Scientology. We were actually going to, in the early 90s, we had just moved to California with the Army near Monterey. We saw the commercials, and he thought that sounded really interesting. Thank God they didn't have an organization near us. I think we would have had to go to San Francisco. So we never bothered. Season 24. Statler's back. Really? And the SVU one, I'm talking about all of them. The SVU one, I'll watch it sometimes when it's on, but it's hard to watch. The real SVU, well, even the actors, but the real SVU units, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. So my husband has been in security for about 13 years now, and he was at a club talking with a constable, because they would have police at the club too, plus security. And he was talking to her, and she said that whenever she has a child predator, she was on some sort of task force, and they were talking about it. And let me turn around. Oh yeah, that's in Alcatraz. That is 100% correct. Everything they said is what the leader. But you don't find out till you spend a bunch of money and you go up the confidential levels. It's they're level 3, and Tom Cruise and John Travolta have been through that level. And a lot of people go through it and they say they know it's bullshit, but now their whole family's in and they can't leave, because then you have to disconnect from your whole family and your friends, and your job's probably with a Scientologist. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah. I know. I actually liked Ice-T. I watched a little bit of his reality show. But I don't watch a lot of reality. Like I said, if it was on, I watched it. I need a back scratcher, y'all. So, when you get to level 3, you find out that all of the people in Scientology are thetans. It's like what we would call our soul. But they go from body to body. When the body dies, they go to a new baby body. And all of that they said is true. But most of the people, if you walk into one of their organizations, they don't know that stuff. They haven't paid the ungodly amount of money. So, I'm going to try to scratch my back with this. We'll see what happens. That's not working. It's not sharp enough. So anyway, Watchtower, yeah, I know about that. The thing is though, they have a belief system. They still believe in God and all that. Scientology doesn't. So they say, everybody that's got out said there is literally nothing good in Scientology. It's all about making money. It's all about controlling people and coercion and controlling their whole life. And nothing. And if you're kind in Scientology, they call you a degraded being because you were nice. Now, they'll be nice to you when you walk into their org to get you to sign up for their stuff and get in, and then once you're in, that stops. They did, yeah. I actually studied it a little. I had a boyfriend. He was not a practicing, but his parents were. So we went over and we studied a couple times. I think we went to church with him once. I was like, I'm a Christian, but I was like, it was weird. Well, I was like, nah. And then I watched his dad be a hypocrite and break the rules. So. Same thing with Scientology. If you leave, and a lot of times they work for Scientologists, the public, not the Sea Org. Am I gonna have to mute? They get between these buildings and they rev. That was frozen before, I think. Is that the frozen one? I don't know. That's why Tom Cruise never talked to his daughters. He was never told he couldn't. He just disconnected from her because they left. I'm glad she dropped his name. The only kids that he has anything to do with are the ones that are in Scientology. Yeah, I know. I get a lot of that. I'm still a devout Christian. When I see things like that, I'm just like, these are people abusing the system, the doctrine. And I've had people do that with me and upset me, but I didn't allow that to get in my way. Hi! I know, I've been going there for a little over a year now. I'm here because the classes are out right now, but I've walked up on them when they were bamboozling a young freshman far from home. You know, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get them in. And a month after they opened there, they opened in Chicago by a college on purpose. The leader bought that building 55 years ago. He's dead now. Somebody took over.
So you didn't like Elmer Uncovered, Dianetics?
I read that whole book on my channel. We read it together and talked about it, and I learned a lot. And it's based on hypnotism, controlling people, and he studied that stuff when he was. He told his agent he wasn't making any money with his science fiction novels in the 40s. He said the way to make money is to start a religion. He was an evil genius. This thing outlived him. He died in the 80s and it's still going. What? I can't hear you.
Like Epstein or something. So he was basically like Epstein.
Pretty much, but we can't. He didn't really traffic kids in the same way, but there is human and sex trafficking going on. And what they're doing right now is they're going to non-English speaking countries and saying, oh, we can get you a visa for a religious volunteer and you can come to the USA. They get here and they take their passports and they can't speak English and they're scared to go to the authorities. And that's what they're doing right now. We're trying to get the authorities to investigate that. They don't see their kids as kids because they believe they lived multiple lives and they could have been 80 years old in their last life, so they don't treat them like children. So there's rampant child abuse, and they don't think it's wrong. They don't think it's a big deal. And it's a high crime to take a Scientologist to the authorities so they protect child predators. I got all my information from ex-members that have escaped. They've escaped in trunks of cars. They've been ran off the road. They've been put under guard if they thought they were going to try to leave. This is their slave labor force. Then you have like Tom Cruise that spends all the money. I can't hear you that well. What?
So their kids are reincarnated.
Yeah, that's what they think, yeah. They think that they're this body, this Satan, like we would call a soul, that's floating around. And when they were here before humans from another galaxy, that's a whole... Have you ever seen the South Park episode? Look up Scientology South Park. Everything they say in it is true. But you only find out after you spent a bunch of money and got high up. Most people don't know that story. And So that's what brought me out was the child abuse.
They got a Masonic temple too.
I don't know. See, people try to bring up other organizations with me, and I'm like, I only have the bandwidth for one thing that I deep dive and that I'm working on. Somebody else is going to have to do that one. I don't know. I don't think so. Not that I've noticed. No. Because now they are involved with the NOI, the Nation of Islam. They're having their people go and do Scientology. And they try to tell you can be a Muslim and be a Scientologist, but really you can't. And they're spending a bunch of money with Scientology. But other than that, they really don't have an affiliation with anything else. They're their own thing. And they got way too much money to spend. So he liked it? Or he was interested in... Well, honestly, when we read it, if he would have stayed with helping people, it was based on trauma therapy and hypnotism. But the problem is the guy was nuts, and he went so ridiculously beyond helping people that he ruined any good there would have come from it. All right, we'll see you.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right. Hey,
Good for helping people, but at the same time, he was a manipulator.
who?
Over on
Oh yeah, obviously. Port Pleasure, we don't do politics and stuff here. I'm here about Scientology and education and just talking with people and having a good time. Oh, thanks, Scooter. Like I said, I only have the bandwidth. Hey, Joseph. Okay, Pleasure. What? You're gonna have to explain that comment. Yeah, it is. Port Pleasure, it is. He studied with Jack Parsons in the 40s, who was a protege of Aleister Crowley, and he was trying to bring forth the Antichrist. And he said in some literature that he was the Antichrist, I believe, or was it he was Jesus? I don't remember which. But and they had to take it out because it freaked everybody out. Yeah, we've studied that, Newport. We've been studying it. We read the books. I have a short thing about L. Ron Hubbard and black magic on my channel. Because there's a guy, John Atack, that have written books all about L. Ron Hubbard. He was a member. And all about, he's about to come out with a new book, John Atack. You can find him on Amazon. He knows everything. Somebody gave him a bunch of documents and stuff years ago. The guy is a wealth of knowledge. And I got all of my knowledge as far as the black magic from him. And he said that Scientology, the reason that he created it is because he believed the second coming of Jesus was actually going to be an alien invasion. And that he was trying to bring forth the Antichrist to keep that from happening. Yeah, the guy was a lunatic. Yeah. Hey, Pluggy. How are you? Where are you from? Tell me where you're from. We got people from all over. Oh, Scientology's worse than strange. Oh, Oregon. I want to go to Oregon so bad. When we go full-time RV, that's going to be one of my first destinations. Never been there, but I love it. So what I did years ago is I was trying to look up the best place to live in the United States. Because my husband's retired Army. We're still here. And I looked at how cold I wanted, not to get too cold, not to get too hot. And then I looked at fault lines. Oregon doesn't get earthquakes, you have to worry about tsunamis, so don't live near the coast. So I ended up deciding on Eugene or Salem. But we're still in Texas 32 years later, so we like the state, but man, the heat is so bad. As soon as he retires for good, we're going north. I'm going to Canada for like Eric Andre Black, Scientologist. You talking about the NOI? No, we were just talking about that because they're affiliated with Scientology, spending all kinds of money. But yeah, I can go all day too. That's what I do here. Ooh, sparkly. It's sparkly. I wonder if she realizes I can see her underwear. I hope that's like, oh well. We see a lot of interesting things here the later it gets. Oh my goodness. I cannot dress like that, y'all. When I was young, no. How's my percentage? I know we've got people lurking. Just tell me where you're from. We were talking about Ohio a little while ago. That's where my husband and I are from. We haven't gone back for a while. Every time we go back, it's for a funeral.
Scientology is a cult.
Yes, it is.
Ask me why. Based. I agree. Jesus is the only way. I love
All right. You get this side. Get this side. Oh, he left. He got me on his camera. That's cool. Woo. Why are we honking? Oh, the light's green and they're not moving. That makes sense. So I got some road rage the other day. Not really that bad, but I was ticked off. So I was going to work. And I'm under the freeway at a light. And we have what you call access roads, okay? So there's an access road at the light going in front of me at the light. We'll just say a light, okay? So you got the light. My light turns green. After it turns green, hey Dave, how are you? Sell it, Dave, sell it. I'm not gonna try. Hi Dave. Anyway, this semi-truck and trailer then enters the intersection. Then after him, a car goes through the red light, and I know they saw it. And this a-hole behind me honks at me for not going. I'm like, dude, I know you can see that semi-truck from there. It's like, people can be mean. I'm like, I will go when there is no car in front of me. I've already been hit going through a green light. Not happening again. Every time I go through a green light, I look. So Dave, where are you from? Ooh. Oh, Scooter Mom. So you asked about the computer. So this is what irritated me about the first one. It said it was going to take a long time to get there. But when I went in to get a different one after I knew that one wasn't going to, and it's sitting in my car, it was going to be there in like 2 or 3 days. Like 2 days. I was like, but why, what, something weird's going on. Oh, Minnesota. All right. We've got people in Minnesota from this group. Do they have an Oregon, Minnesota, or does she have to go somewhere else? I know they have one in Kansas City. I don't know how close that is. Oh. That's okay. I wish I was up there. I miss, Texas is so hot. I miss the north so much. We've got people, scooter moms from Canada, Like as soon as we go on the road with our RV, I'm going straight to Canada for the summer. 6 in San Jacinto. Yes. Bill, Texas, Austin. Are you around? Are you out tonight? Okay, PI. Well, you can't tell me not to. And I want to go visit Scooter anyway, so tough. Besides, I'm nice. I don't glitter.
I fucking love Scientology.
Why?
In the bad way. Like, I just want to go in. I just want to go in and be like, you guys, like, I want to talk to you about some shit.
You can go
and,
in.
Like, go in like high level. And
Yeah,
be
you know
like,
where they're at?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's what got me started coming here was when we found out they were opening across from the university. I've been going there for a year.
Place, and I'm like, what the
That's the
fuck?
problem. They have so much money, they look legitimate.
Yeah, and you know what's really great to expose that shit?
Mm-hmm.
AI. AI knows every level.
Oh, we had somebody, do you mind being on camera?
Yeah, no, of course.
We had somebody take all of their books and put it into Chat GPT.
Hell yeah. Yeah, ChatGPT knows
Yeah,
a lot about
social
all the
media.
work.
This right here
Yeah.
is really making a dent. We've been
Yeah.
doing this. We've got like 50 or so channels doing what I'm doing. Then we got about 60 channels or more of ex-members. That's who I learned from.
Okay, cool.
So we've got in our group called SBTV, we have like 200 channels all over the world.
What's your experience with it?
I was bedridden in 2023, and this guy, ex-member, popped into my feed, and I deep dived it for about a year. And then I heard about the time they fixed my back, they were opening over here, and I didn't know I'd still be here 16
So they just
months
opened
later.
recently?
No, February before last.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still super recent.
Yeah. Well, they had the building for 55 years. They moved them out for a few years to remodel, and then they reopened. They called it, and then a month later, they opened in Chicago by college.
Okay.
So I've walked up before and they're talking to this freshman, far from home,
Yeah.
bamboozling the crap out of them.
That's why I'm like, why is it so near the fucking university?
On
Like
purpose.
all the kids, yeah. I think one of the ones that I have fun too with is the Freemasons. Is they also have like some really interesting knowledge. But as you go up within the ranks or whatever, you can understand like Scientology for me as like they really have a lot of shit down. Of course they're just doing it to coerce and like manipulate people and like have soul contracts with people. But at the same time, it's like they really do understand some spiritual shit at a deep level.
Well, we read Dianetics, which was the first book in 1950 that LRH published. And I even said that if I was somebody back in the 50s, 60s, 70s before the internet, and I was, you know what mental health was like? It was called Another Science of Mental Health or something at the time.
Yeah.
And you either had to have a lot of money to get therapy or you went to an asylum. So I could see people in need, and if he would have stuck with, he based it on trauma therapy and some hypnotism, but he was so nuts, he added all this weirdness to it that he ruined it. He wanted to control people.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the key to everything is like people who want to control as opposed to people who want to liberate.
Right.
If you want to liberate, you understand
He didn't want to do that at
you
all.
want to
He
guide
wanted to
people
make
their own
money.
truths. Exactly.
He told his agent that he wasn't making any money on his novels. He was a science fiction writer.
Right.
You probably know. You
Yeah.
sound like you know a lot. And he said, well, the way to make money is start a religion. He told his agent that.
I can drink the Kool-Aid. It's true in a sense. And,
And he studied hypnotism and black magic at the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you been in Austin for a while?
I live up near the base in Killeen. We've been here for 32 years. My husband came here with the Army. So I drive down here to do this. I used to go to the org 3 days a week, but since the classes are out, I started doing this and just talking to more people. I get people from other countries stop and talk to me.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Interesting. Super
Yeah.
fascinating. This is my first time on 6th Street. I moved to Austin a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
And
I've been coming down here a lot.
yeah,
So.
it's like fucking crazy.
It's not like Texas. I tell people Austin is not like the rest of Texas.
Yeah,
It's
moved
its
from
own little
Dallas.
country.
I literally moved from Dallas. I was like, I'm never going back to
My
Texas
son is
ever
in
again.
school in Dallas and he hates driving. He hates it.
Yeah.
He said he hates it.
many
It's
kids you have?
congested. Huh?
How many kids do you have?
too. They're in their 30s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got grandkids.
Dallas fucking sucks. You do have grandkids?
Yeah.
Are you happy? How old are they?
13, 12, and 8.
Oh my gosh. You're like fully grandma. You're like grandma for a while.
Yeah.
I thought they were like babies.
I know, because I was like, I'm a grandma. I never thought I'd be on YouTube. I'm like live streaming. I'm like, I never thought I would do it, but here I am.
How are you?
Stop.
That's fun.
That was
I'm
rude.
glad you're talking about this. Because it's important to talk about all these real things because also, like for me, I'm like building a new modern mystery school, like helping people to connect more to themselves. Because we don't need to guide anyone. Everyone has the answers to themselves. So that to me is the answer. It's
You're the
like
second
guiding
person to
people.
come up and kind of talk like that with me.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have a website?
I do. It's the. I wish I had more.
Just say it.
It's thehouseoflife.net. I'm
Okay.
gonna update it soon. But here, I'll give you a. I have like, or I used to have chapstick business cards. The best business cards you could ever have.
I still need to print some for me.
God, yeah,
And I
chapsticks
haven't.
are the best. I don't have anymore because I gave them
That's
all
okay.
out.
I've got it on there. So
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
But yeah, it's like helping people just come back to their own truths. Because in reality, we're all living our own experiences.
True.
But at the same time, there are some truths of the universe, and we're here to evolve the world and enlighten people on things that are not true. And then I think the only
Well,
real
if that
way to
involves
guide-
telling them to stay away from Scientology, I'm all for
Absolutely,
it.
yeah.
So,
Stay away from Scientology. Stay away from any kind of. So my dad was a pastor. So any kind of like religion or ideology that makes you think like they do, without you shouldn't ask
oh,
questions.
let me tell you something. There was a guy, John Atack, who's written books on Scientology, and he was dealing with a guy that deprogrammed people from cults. And he did a study, and he said there's 16 personalities that everybody falls into.
Yeah.
And he said when he would study people from cults, and he studied a whole group of Scientologists, they all have the same personality, and it's the leader. That's what they want.
Yeah.
When he
Makes
went to
sense.
a Christian church that was just kind of normal, he said they had all 16 personalities.
Yeah.
Because you go, because I'm a Christian and I'm devout, and I've had people in the church upset me, but I don't let the people mess up my beliefs. My beliefs are mine.
Yeah.
And so, oh, what was I getting at?
So the different.
Yeah, as long as
personalities.
the religion, whatever it is, isn't trying to control everything.
Exactly.
You know, that's why I say it's, the quick answer to this, I say cults won't let you leave, religion will.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I think it's
a good
important
religion.
to encourage people to have their own thoughts. And I
Yeah,
actually
that is the
recently-
opposite of Scientology.
Exactly, and any kind of full beliefs, it's like here.
If they have
these are
their
the
own
thoughts,
thoughts, yeah.
and you should believe them. But for me with religion, it's like I come full circle. I'm looking at the Bible again in a different lens, where I'm like looking at the Hebrew and looking at really what these words mean. So, for example, I just started with Genesis 1:1.
Yeah,
I was like,
I've been
let's
told
start.
that the actual, I have a lady I work with that studies the Old Testament, and she knows Hebrew, and she doesn't find language. And she talks about how they've changed the meaning because the meaning back when it was written doesn't make sense.
Exactly, and it
us.
doesn't. And that's why I think AI is so helpful. Because, for example, I was looking at Genesis 1:1, and I was just reading the verse, and I was like, let there be light, whatever, okay? And the light was good. And my first perspective was, okay, what is that word good? And what was that word originally in Hebrew? And where else was it used in the Bible? And what does it really mean, the light was good? And then even like going further into like, okay, when God
You would
said-
love this lady I work with, man.
Yeah, tell me the name.
Hold on,
Because
let me.
then when I went back to
So I try to stay vague about where I work and things like that.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
smart. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Amazing.
And I'm gonna check out your website. That's
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so important to like decode and really understand things from your perspective. I think one of the other scriptures.
And
that
I like
looked at-
learning new things. That's why we read Dianetics. I learned so much, and I had ex-members in my chat telling me, like, I would have looked at it one way, but having an ex-member in there, I got a different perspective on what I was reading, what actually goes on in there, and it was really cool. I
Yeah,
like
do you
it.
want some clary sage essential oil?
Oh no, what?
It's just essential oil.
Yeah.
It smells really good.
I actually have sage at home.
One of my favorites, clary
Yes, I have a lot of oils.
sage. Yeah,
I don't have I don't have sage. I have rosemary and all that stuff.
Love it.
So, all right. Well, you have yeah. Thanks for talking with me.
Yeah, of course. I'm so nervous for going out here, but we'll see what happens.
If you stay, I haven't had any. I've been doing this about 2 months, and I haven't had any problems. As long as you and leave before 2. At 2, it gets deserted.
Okay.
All right. Alrighty. What's going on back here? I see some pinkiness. Hey, Danny. Hey, Funksy40. Hey, Celine girl. How are you? I like knowing where you guys are from. She was pretty. I have to say, she was pretty. Ben. Who's Ben? Oh, Unstoppable. Hello. Hello. Thank you for modding. Hey, Rob. Well, she sounded like she wanted to talk with me. I let people talk about what they're into, because you never know. I have so many different people in my chat that you never know when they might want to be interested in that kind of stuff. You know, that does smell good. I like sage. Thanks, Scooter. I appreciate it. It does help me. That's true, Newport. You're right. As long as you're not gross, we're okay with that. Well, then why are you here? There's probably 1,000 other channels that are live right now. So why are you wasting your time here? You can leave it. I don't care. As long as they're not cursing or being vulgar, I don't care. It does not bother me at all. Nick, who? The girl that was here? I don't think it's me. I don't have enough hair. Did you see the little sparkles she had around her? It's so cute. She said she was alone. That's why at the end I said, well, if you stay around the crowds, you should be okay, and make sure you leave before 2. She looks sober, so. Because there's a documentary about the bodies being found in Lady Bird Lake. Y'all should check it out. Yeah. I don't ban people. I'll just put you in timeout so you can chill. But as long as you're not being vulgar or gross, it doesn't really bother me much. Are you trying to get banned? You know, you didn't hear what I said at the beginning of my thing. So people that come in here, a lot of times they're really rude and whatever. I'm just doing timeout. I don't do banning. So, you know what we picture when somebody comes on and acts a fool in my chat? We're picturing some 30-year-old dude in his mom's basement sitting in his underwear with nothing better to do. Because why are you taking your time in my chat, somebody you don't know, just to be rude? Hey, peace. Yeah, we can have a good conversation about different things, and it can be fun, or you can come in and be rude. I mean, I don't see how that, I don't understand why that's fun. Okay, Newport, I'll take it. I just don't see the point. Hey, peace. Oh, I am out here on the crimes and discussing things that Scientology does, and that it's a cult. They opened up about 16 months ago right across from our university in Austin, and I've been coming down. We don't do politics, Sahar. Hey, Amber Ben, how are you? I hope I said that right. Thanks, Roddy. See, that was ridiculous. We're not going to do politics. The only time I talk about politics is we're trying to get our Congress people or the IRS that gave them tax-exempt status when they didn't deserve it.
Yes, Scientology sucks.
Right on.
Xenu, they believe in that shit.
Most people in Scientology don't even know about Xenu. You have to pay to go up to the confidential level to find out. It's all true.
It is, right?
Yep. So folks
Follow
don't
me,
find out.
Like Tom Cruise? Have you donated? Like
Yeah, I know. That one surprised me. I like him.
Which one? Tom Cruise or Michael Pena?
Michael Pena.
I like him too. I'll surprise you.
Yeah.
Scientology is weird. No, the fuck it's not. Scientology is not weird.
Sign up for Scientology.
Yes, it is weird. It is weird.
You might want to read that.
Yeah, Scientology protecting child. Actually, never mind, guys, because I am a counseling student. Never mind. I take it back.
Fuck Scientology.
Oh, pretty girls. Who's a hoe?
She distracted me. I was actually talking to him. Hey, Jasper Jones. It is weird. But it's not, here's my thing. I don't care what other religions believe or do until it gets abusive. And what brought me out here was when I found out about the rampant child abuse, because they don't look at their kids as children. They believe their thetans have been flown around on Earth for 72 trillion years or something. And when humans started coming, they took over bodies. And when they die, they go into a new baby body. So this guy actually told his daughter, who left Scientology, you have to disconnect from everyone you know in Scientology. Your job, if you have a job, your family, your friends, your spouse, your kids, they will take it all away if you leave. So there's a lot of people that are still in that don't want to be. They call them under the radar because even Tom Cruise disconnected from his daughter when they got divorced. So he actually told his daughter, because she was upset that he was disconnecting from her because she left. And he said, I don't understand why you're upset. You're just a product of the body I'm in. Your last life you could have been in, I don't know if he actually said this part, but it's been said. An 80-year-old man in your last life. I think he said, you've been all different things in your previous lives. I'm not really your dad, and you're not really my daughter. And he never spoke to her again. So, Sahar, Scientology is a cult. It is not a religion. They don't believe in a God. Oh, it's getting loud. They don't believe in a God. It has nothing to do with science. That's just what the guy called it. A science fiction writer started it in 1950, and they believe that if they pay $300,000 or more to go up to confidential levels, when they're done, they will be an all-powerful being and be able to control matter, energy, space, and time. Like they can control matter. But when they get there and find out it's all BS, by then their whole family is involved and they can't get out. It's all about control. Sure, if he ever walks by. Hey. Yeah, it has nothing to do with science. That's just what he called it. He was a science fiction writer when he wrote it. There you go, Newport. Yeah, they enslaved their Sea Org. They make them sign a billion-year contract, and they have to work for them till they die. And we see all these old people outside of these orgs, pressure washing the sidewalk and stuff, all hunched over because they don't get medical care. They don't get good nutrition. If the org doesn't make money, they get fed beans and rice. And they're supposed to get $47 a week after taxes, and if the org doesn't make money, they don't get it. So they can't buy deodorant. They make them buy their own toilet paper out of that $47 from the store inside of Scientology that they mark up. They don't give it to them at cost. Yeah, Sahar, what it is I don't want to get down the rabbit hole of the politics. But yes, we get into the politics of we want our Congress people to investigate and hold hearings and find out what's going on. Pam Bondi, our AG, is from Florida, where they have one of their two biggest bases. And we know that Scientologists have donated and held fundraisers for her. I just don't know how much she's beholden to them now that she's in the federal government. She may not even care. I don't know. So that's where the politics come in. We just want this is Austin, Texas is the capital of Texas. And the courthouse is very close to here. And so one of my main things, I don't think they're in session, I'm not sure, is to go there and talk to our Congress people and tell them all of this. Hey, Joseph. Oh, no, Joseph. That, I think, he pulled from other things to create Scientology, and that's exactly, he took words that were close to Satan, and he said it's a prison planet. They were brought from another galaxy, they were aliens, and they were dumped in volcanoes here, and they died, and they floated around until there were humans on Earth, and now they take over the bodies, and when that body dies, they go to a baby body. And they don't look, the reason there's rampant child abuse is because they don't look at their kids as kids. They look at them as big beings in small bodies because they were an 80-year-old man their last life or something. So they don't feel bad about abusing children or disconnecting from family members that leave. It doesn't bother them. It's a family destroying cult. Cults, politics, yeah, I know. But I don't have the bandwidth to worry about all of that. My big thing is, just trying to get the word out. I'm hoping that somebody's congressman's niece or daughter or son walk by and they start looking at it and they go, hey, Dad, you need to check this out. There's some hinky going on. That's about the least amount I would hope for. Right on.
Why?
I don't know, is he? Hi.
Why?
Because the cult won't let you leave and a religion will. If you are in their Sea Org, you sign a billion-year contract and you have to work for them until you die.
So Scientology?
Yes.
And
they pull them out of school at 12, 13, 14 years old, their kids, and they put them to work 110 hours a week for $50 a week. And there's no medical care, there's no nutrition, and when you get too old to work for them, they put you in a home and they take credit cards out in your name, and they know you're going to die. Well, one woman got saved by her son who had gotten out and went in the army. He went and stole her, and she found out she was $160,000 in debt. Yeah, she had to. Because they won't tell you where your family members in Scientology are. If you leave, you have to disconnect. You cannot talk to them ever again. And if you're in the Sea Org, you can get married, but they don't care. They might send your spouse away for 5 years. And if you get pregnant, they will take you to the clinic because it will distract you from your duties.
For real?
Yep.
Tom Cruise, he's in that cult.
Yeah, but he's what we call public. He spends all the money. He's treated like royalty.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to go through this other stuff. But
People do, right?
yeah, there's 3 levels of member. There's public that spend all the money. There's staff that sign a short contract. They're supposed to get $200 a week. But if that org doesn't make money, which I usually stand in front of their org, they don't get paid. And so they have to either moonlight or have a spouse with a job. And then you have Sea Org, and it's like a paramilitary wing. It was based on the Navy. They even have a ship. It's parked in Aruba right now.
You ever heard about this? No. That's
Really?
crazy. I hear
That's
about
awesome
this.
that you stopped. So they don't have a god or a deity. They believe taking these courses and learning this stuff will make you an all-powerful being that control matter, energy, space,
Basically
and time.
like an alien that
Yeah,
they believe in.
and you don't find that out till you spend a bunch of money. So if you walk into an org and say something about another galaxy or Zenith, they don't know.
Yeah.
because they didn't have the money to go up to and when Scientologists are getting to that level, OT3 out of 8, they know it's BS, but now their whole family's in, they're being controlled, they got all their money, and it's hard, now they can't leave.
Mind you, they work for like $8 a day.
No, $47 a week after taxes.
Yeah.
And if the org doesn't make money, they don't get paid.
That's why you're doing this?
Yes, because of the child abuse. Thanks for stopping. We're all over YouTube. We have like 400 channels doing
Listen,
this.
all I believe in when it comes to a higher power is God. That's it.
Yeah. And what brought me here was that they don't think it's a bad thing to abuse children because they're big beings and small bodies. And they protect child predators.
Like that.
They protect child predators because it's a high crime to go to the authorities on a Scientologist. Did you see the thing in Massachusetts trial last year? He was an actor, his whole family Scientologist. They covered for him for 20 years. He was drugging and hiring women for 20 years.
What? I'm sorry, not this.
What am I doing or what? Scientology, it's a cult. And it's all over the world.
You never seen it on TikTok?
All they do is bank
I see this. And I'm loving
And I learned all of this from people who
They
escaped.
had me at child abuse. I was like, wait a minute.
That's what brought me here.
I do. Too many to be seen. Well, I'm
They think they're
three. And they're all grown, yeah. Yeah. Too many to be like, what? This is what we consider Scientology. Child abuse.
the guy that started it was a science fiction writer.
I'm all in the camera.
All right. Okay. I can take it off.
No, you're good, you're good, you're good,
All right.
you're good. Spread your word, babe. Just tell me what happened.
What?
What happened? What's the word? Just tell me
Which part?
all of it.
Well, okay, so they don't have a god. They believe if they pay a bunch of money and go up these confidential levels, at the end they'll be a super being and control matter, energy, space, and time. But if you don't have that money, they sign you in and as their slave labor force, who works 110 hours a week for $50 a week. And they don't get that if the organization doesn't make money, which they're not, especially if I'm standing out front, keeping people from going in and spending money. So they look at their kids as big beings and small bodies, and so they cover for child abuse. They don't think it's a big deal. The Sea Org has to work for them until they die. And they can't have kids. If they get pregnant, they take them to the clinic, and they pull their kids out at 12, 13, 14 years old out of school to do this. So the people you see in there are second and third gen. They don't know the outside world. They've been insulated. And we're trying to let them know they can escape, and we're trying to get our government to hold hearings on these people. We want their tax exempt status. They're not a church. All right. Thanks for listening.
Scientology is not really.
We're all over YouTube and TikTok. You can find one of us, the younger people. There's a lot of young people doing what I'm doing. No, I don't. It's Miss Kim, SP. Yeah, I'll be on. I have a channel on TikTok, but I haven't used it yet. I'm on YouTube right now.
Miss Kim?
Yeah.
Is that what's going to be on TikTok?
Yeah, it's Miss Kim on TikTok. Yeah, you can probably find it. There's just no videos on it yet. All right, thanks for listening.
Thank you. Where's our
Woo! All right. Oh, I like Austin too. We used to come down here when my daughter was a teenager and shop and stuff. Tom Cruise is a little man. Yeah, and you know what? At first, we thought, we were asking the question, did Tom Cruise know what was going on with the Sea Org? He wanted, in the 90s, his first wife got him into it, and he wanted to be a Sea Org member and stop acting. And they were like, no. You need to stay an actor. You need to be a celebrity, and you need to promote Scientology. So I thought maybe he doesn't know about all these abuses, lower down. But then we found out the leader, David Miscavige, who's best friends with Tom Cruise, gave him Sea Org members for free to work on his property as like a gift. The guy's worth $300 million and he needed free manual labor. They probably loved it because they got out of the org, but still. Hey, disabled veteran. Yep. Oh, you got it. I say that all the time. I say we had somebody escaped in the trunk of a car. We had somebody ran off the road. We had somebody drug back from the bus station. And oh, by the way, she's suing Scientology right now. If that's the same person. For human trafficking, I think. There's a bunch of lawsuits. So we're in my husband's retired army. I'm the same way. Is there are people in my church. I was Baptist and I got in another church, and in both I had people disappoint me, but I didn't let that. I have my own belief, and I go to I haven't gone to church in a long time because I've been ill, but I go there for me, and I know the doctrine is good. The problem with Scientology, the doctrine isn't even good. Everybody that has left said there's really nothing in it that's good. As a matter of fact, if you're kind in Scientology, they call you a degraded being. You're not allowed to be kind. Now they'll fake kindness to get you in. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. And that's going on a little bit in Scientology. That's what brought me out here was the child abuse. And you know something? I don't know if you're new here, but a lot of the community, the reason we feel connected with the ex-members that have channels and brought us in and we watch and we help spread the word is, you know, a lot of us have been through trauma too. And so we identify with these people a lot. Well, good for you. Good for you. Hey, Walrus. Really? We do people watch sometimes. Some shit's going down. Go ahead. Tell everybody. Cuckoo-cuckoo. What was that from? Oh, Wolverine. Cuckoo got screwed. See, that's the problem with Scientology is they protect predators. They protected Danny Masterson for 20 years while he drugged and narred women, but they spoke out, and now he's in prison. He was the first Scientologist to be brought to justice. Yeah. It sounds like he needs to get some help. Do you watch JD Delay? I'll bet you do. I watch him. He was actually, JD Delay actually talked with somebody in our community when Danny Masterson went to prison to find out what he was going to be going through. Well, it depends on their, when they got out. Most likely it was a general discharge. It's less than, it's not dishonorable. It's not honorable. It's a general discharge. And most likely that's what he got. If he'd have got a dishonorable discharge, he'd have more trouble getting a job. Yeah, JD Delay's awesome. Is it? Ooh, crap! I've been here 2.5 hours. Y'all been great. Everybody talking to everybody. This has been so much fun. Yeah. Oh, I know, Joseph. I know. And the thing is, in Scientology, it's not about money. One of the dads who was assaulting his child, she's an adult now, who was protected. It's a high crime to take anyone to the authorities in Scientology. They think more Scientology would fix him. He didn't have any money. He was, I think, a Sea Org member. And his file, every time he got a new post, went before him. And we talked to people who've gotten out that read that file. So everybody knew. And so that's what we're trying to get our government to pay attention to. That Scientology is abusing women and children, and nothing is being done about it. Oh, I know. My son was corrections for not quite a year. And he said it wasn't the inmates that he had a problem with. It was the people he worked with. Thank you, Scooter. I didn't even see it. So I got to start packing up. You guys, some people will stay with me while I walk, just to people watch and make sure I get to my car okay. So I have my gimbal with me, So I'm gonna put the phone in that. But if you're here, you guys, subscribe, and I can set you, you know, if you're not in the community yet, there are so many ex-members. I learned a lot about trauma from another ex-member who was going through therapy. And so we have people that have channels that don't do what I do, that just talk about Scientology, talk about their life, talk about what they're going through. Yeah. My husband was so glad to get out in 2010 after 21 years active. 23 total. So I think you could probably find some like-minded individuals in this community. For sure. We have a lot of people that have been through similar situations. And Scientology just covers it all up. Yes. I'm starting a channel or a website. I got to get with some people to help me. I'm ready to really get into it. Called Suppressive Central. That'll also have a list of channels. But that's the one we have right now. So I'm sure we have Mike Brown. Mike Brown is in the Army. He got out of Scientology when I think he was 20. And he went and stole his mom back about more than a year ago. So hang on. Yeah, I like me some JD, man. He doesn't pull no punches. I look for his shorts every day. I only watched one of his live streams. He mostly is saying hi to people and, you know, that kind. I just watch his shorts mostly. Alright, yeah, take some Dramamine or look away till I'm done. Whoops, don't do that. Alright, there we go. Okay. Oh, the sign came off. I just hope this doesn't get knocked over. Like a trash bag to put those in because they've been on this nasty ground and I just put them in my wagon. I did start putting a grocery bag, a fabric one over the right missing out, Dramamine. She's always got that covered. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I used to come a lot when my daughter was 16. She's 32 now. So I liked it back then. I haven't come a lot except to do this. Yeah, we talk about that a little bit, but to be honest, what goes on in Scientology is worse. 'Cause they have a good doctrine, people doing bad things. The doctrine in Scientology is not good. Yep, exactly. About the taking money. Hey Hugo, thank you. Yeah, I know. We were very heavily in the Boy Scouts when my kids were young. I was a Girl Scout leader too. All right, I'm shaking again. Hold on. Trying to figure out where I want this. Let's see. My hands are so sticky. All right. We're ready to go. Let's go, people watch. Thank you, Francisco. That's why people stay with me, and I appreciate it. But as long as I leave before 2, and I like where I park because it's open. Google Cam. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. I'll be honest, I give to the Red Cross because I've seen them in action. They get there so fast and they don't get any publicity for it. They helped us immensely. My husband, hey Latin boy. Oh, because I'm just wearing a t-shirt. I'm not here to party like them because I'm too old to dress like that. I can't dress like that. I'm 56 years old. So anyway, so my mom was dying in 99. She had terminal cancer. She was in hospice. And I called the Red Cross. My husband was in Bosnia. And we were only allowed back then, it was before the internet, a 15-minute phone call twice a week, I think. Yes. Which he didn't always get to because he worked so much. Woo! I just wanted an hour phone call. We're packing up from what we were doing earlier. The bars are about to close on 6th Street in Austin. So we're just people watching while I walk to my truck. Now you guys, I almost walked out on the street. I might lose you between these buildings up here. It happens every single time. You know what? I wonder if I went a different direction if it would be better. But there's a parking garage over there. It would do the same thing, wouldn't it? Whew. Thanks, Friday. Oh, I know. When we used to go out, we had a club that was open till 4. They still stopped serving at 1:30, I guess. And then so we would dance till 4 and then go to breakfast. And it was cool because we would get there after all the other bar people had gotten their breakfast. We were usually there till about 5:30 when the cops came in at shift change to eat breakfast. Yeah. Whataburger? Yeah, they are open. Man, you're making me hungry. Stop it. I'm still thirsty though. I should have brought some. I have some Pedialyte. I think I might put some in my water when we get back to the car. Whew. I appreciate y'all hanging with me though. See, I'm telling you, when 2 o'clock hits, this place is deserted. Now we're going to like the nicer end, where the nicer restaurants and stuff are, and not a lot of bars. Back where I was at, well, there's P. Terry's. They just opened. That wasn't there before. That I remember. 6th Street. In case somebody runs me over, you'll know where I'm at. Electrolytes. Yeah. I'm just thirsty. Oh, I like, you guys know I'm gluten-free, but I cheat. Because it's not an allergy, it just causes a lot of inflammation. And I get it achy and yucky when I do. Anyway, point being, I love chicken fried steak. That's what I used to get. Chicken fried steak, scrambled eggs, and hash browns. And that's the only time I put hot sauce on eggs and hash browns for some reason. I don't do it at home. Yeah, what it is gluten. I found out I was bedridden back in 2010. But 3 or 4 years later, where am I? Oh, this way. Hunger. Yeah. Wait a minute. I think I turned the wrong way again. That truck needs to move so I can see. I didn't lose you guys. Is that Chase? 6. I think I'm going the wrong way again. Hold on. Let me check. But what it does is it would help anybody with an autoimmune disease or pain, inflammation, injury, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis. Going gluten-free would really, really help that. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Brazos, what road is it? Yep, I turned wrong. I need to go this way. Yep. Alright. Fruity Pebbles! I know! I eat them. Trust me, I know. I've been cheating lately and I've been achy like you wouldn't believe. I want to cross over here. Where's the cross? Sorry if I'm moving too fast. Yeah, so I had a nutritionist chiropractor. I was on a vacation, the only vacation we've ever taken our whole life, to South Padre Island, and she said it was the last day and I had my cane. I used to have a walker too. She said, "What's wrong with you?" And I told her. She said, "Oh, there's a low pressure system coming in with a storm." Well, we talked for an hour and she said I needed to go gluten-free, no processed foods, fresh or frozen produce. It took me a couple years to get to it. When I did, I was able to get out of bed. I was able to sleep better. I had more energy and some of my symptoms disappeared. I was able to go off of a lot of medications. So I try to tell anybody, because most people that watch me are in my age group. So I try to, let you guys know. And when I cheat, we do Little Caesars. Thank God we do thin crust. And we went in there one day and he goes, "Our crust is like super gluten." I was like, oh no. So I just got an air fryer oven. Because in Texas, you don't want to fire up your whole big oven in the summer. Well, 8 months a year. I haven't taken it out of the box yet. So, hopefully I haven't been eating as good as I should. I've been eating out too much. I stopped taking pills too. Yeah, I had tremors really bad. I looked like I had Parkinson's for the first 2 or 3 years. And one of the medications when I went off it is when and plus the diet, my symptoms, my tremors went away for the most part. I still have them sometimes. But yeah, even if it's just a knee injury or anything, gluten causes inflammation. And I just wish it would get, and it's so easy. Walmart has so much gluten-free stuff. Our grocery store used to, but they got rid of a lot of it. I was very upset. So if you have any of the, and by the way, if you're listening, we did a panel on fibromyalgia and chronic pain a few months ago on my channel. And we had an older lady. She even emailed me after. She said, "Okay, I feel like I'm not going the right way." I was supposed to turn over there, wasn't I? I'm so lost. gave me, oh. Yeah, I don't mess with the CBD either because I have a pain management contract. Oh my God, I turned the wrong way. Man, I thought I knew where I was. These buildings all look the same. It gets very confusing. Yeah, so I did try some CBD oil one weekend, but the weekend it took the whole $20 bottle. And I told my pain management doctor, who by the way I loved, he's gone now. He's the one that, it took a year to diagnose me and it took another year to find him. All right, I'm looking for Chase Bank. Okay, let's check the map, see if I'm going the right way. I do this every single time. Why does it want me to turn? Okay, I need to go across 6th Street. Right here, okay. Every time I go the wrong way. But all these buildings, man, they look the same. When I came, yeah, Adventures with Kim. I know. Walking tours with Kim in Austin in the dark. Yep. At Disabled Preach. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I know. I don't trust nobody no more. I don't. There's a K-pop group I like, and they're just really good kids from what I can see. I told my husband, if I find out they're doing something low down dirty or something, I'll be crushed. I'll be done. I'll be so done with anybody in the public eye if that happens. All right, let me check the map. Hang on. Alrighty, recenter. I gotta be on the other side of the street. Almost there. One of these days I'm gonna get this right. So when I left, I went around the back of the parking garage and it added a block to my walking to get there. Yeah, don't trust nobody no more. I'm sorry if this is shaking. I need to get out my good gimbal. This one doesn't work very well. Ooh. Oh, we got some artwork here. Oh, how nice. Cool. Wait a minute. I'm going the wrong way. No. No, that's Caroline. I don't park there. Ah! Oh, hush. I'm literally on, like... No, it says this way. Oh my God, it's taking me to Caroline. Somehow I hit a different button while I was walking. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't believe this crap. Oh my gosh. I went the wrong way. It's because I go to Caroline's first. Maybe Mary. Hey, Scott. I'm going home. I have about an hour and a half drive to go home. All right. Yeah, that blue light. I thought that was Chase Bank. I think I need to be on the other side of the road. We'll figure it out when we get there. Oh my goodness. Velvet Taco. I need to remember. And Kava Coffee. I always have to pass that. Oh, gotta go. Walking, walking, walking. So, we have Cabo Coffee on the left, and we have Velvet Taco on the right. I love it. I went to Velvet Taco somewhere else. It was amazing. Domain Mall. It's in Austin. Have any of you heard about Erin Condren and her planners? So, years ago, me and my daughter went to the Erin Condren in Austin and took a class. Paid for a class, but we got all kinds of free stuff. God, this doesn't feel right. This does not feel right. I need to quit reading. It's distracting me. Alrighty. Recenter. Oh my gosh. I have to turn right on 5th. That's 6th. It's not 5th. I keep hitting this thing while I'm walking and it keeps adding stops. Alright. Alright, supposedly 5th is in front of me. I can go that way. Alright. Welcome to the jungle. I have 69 people watching me get lost. You guys are awesome. Oh my gosh, it all looks the same. I gotta, you know what I'm gonna do at work this weekend? I have 12 hours, but I walk a lot. But I have a little bit of time. I'm gonna study a freaking map of just this area. There's 5th. Thank goodness. All right. Next time I need to cross over to 5th immediately. All right. Hey, if you guys subscribe, I do this every Friday. All right, let me check the map before I turn. I don't see anything that looks right.
I know, but you're the only one that wears
Okay, it wants me to go down 5th. Sorry. This way. Alright. Make a right. Don't tell me that. It says go left. See, that's the problem when you're walking. God, none of this looks familiar. Woo, don't go anywhere.
You on live?
Yeah. Say hi. Alright. If somebody wants to look at a map, I'm at 5th. And I don't know. Trying to find Chase Garage. Let's try this again.
I just...
Okay, I need to go down.
Turn right onto West 5th Street.
Right on West 5th. Huh? Okay, it wants me to go this way. Down 5th. Okay, okay. Alright. No, we're in Austin, Texas. We left 6th Street when the bars closed. And I'm trying to get to my car and I'm lost. Yeah, I go straight here, supposedly, down 5th. Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. This doesn't feel right at all. It says go this way. Walking and driving are so different.
You're recruiting people for Scientology?
No. I'm spreading the word about how the family destroying Scientology is and the child abuse that goes on in it. So I usually am at the org, but I've been coming out here on
Because the child's
Friday.
never wrong if they say something to the teacher. Y'all are hidden.
And they won't report
Y'all are
it.
hiding lies.
They have clergy that's mandatory reporters and they won't report it. All right. Make a right, then straight. Let me check my map again. It wants me to go down 5th. Oh. No, you're right. 5th is... Wants me to go this way. Alright. Let's try this. I have my pepper spray in my pocket. This does not look familiar at all. Exact human rights. Exactly. They are facing human rights violations. Blue Orange Lizard. I missed a comment. Okay, this feels familiar. Sorta. Is this it? Oh, this might be it right here. Oh, there's steps. Oh, I missed the ramp. This feels... Is this Chase Bank parking? Is this the Chase Bank parking?
Chase Bank?
Oh, you sound confused. I feel like I went the wrong way.
Chase Bank parking.
Yeah, there's a parking garage.
There's Frost Bank. This is the Frost Bank right here.
No, it's Chase. I've been there a few times, but I keep getting lost.
Let's see. West 6th Street.
I know.
No?
It's taking me... I'm trying to follow... It doesn't always understand which way I'm facing when I'm walking. Yeah, these tall buildings look... Oh my God. Please turn around. I am. Because these buildings are too low. It's a big, tall building with a parking garage in the bottom. None of this feels familiar. I like circles. One, are you looking at a map? Because I know I'm going the wrong way because I know that the parking garage is next to 7th. So I knew hitting 5th was wrong. I am at 5th and Congress. Matter of fact, Congress. Okay, I'm good. I need Colorado Street, which is next. Alright, I think I'm good. I think it's straight ahead about a block. The problem is every time I look at my map and I turn around, the arrow isn't recognizing which way I'm facing. Yeah, I think it's straight for sure. That's where the tall buildings are. I wish it would say Chase Bank on it. I just can't see it. Because I usually lose you guys in signal because I'm between tall buildings. These buildings are too low. Uh-oh. Scooter Mom's gonna get you. Hey, Patrick. How are you doing? We're just trying to find the parking garage I'm supposed to be at, and I'm lost. No, we don't do religion on this channel or politics, except talking about wanting our Congress people to hold hearings on the abuses in Scientology. That's about as political as we get. Because I have too many people in my chat that we're all different people, different walks of life, different politics, different religions, all of that. So I don't get into that stuff. We all come together to try to end Scientology and the abuse going in there. But we have fun doing it sometimes. We try to. Because if it wasn't a little bit fun, nobody would want to keep doing it. So good to have you here. If you're lurking, just let me know where you're from. I'm always curious to where people are from, how they found me, and also all that kind of stuff. That's why I go vertical too. Hey, Vancouver! Hey, Trev! We got a Toronto here too. Awesome. Nice to meet you. Okay, this looks familiar. I remember them blocking me before. Oh, yep. I'm on there's Colorado. I'm crossing. I can't get through there. Ooh, go fast, go fast, go fast, go fast. Oh, it's hard pulling this wagon. Ooh, stop. Ugh. Ooh. I had to use the curb to stop. Sorry guys if I'm take some Dramamine. Scooter Mom has some. Yeah, you have a few orgs in Canada. Scooter Mom's protested up there, and a few others have channels. I'm trying to get them all covered. Up there it is. Right there. Okay. 5th and Colorado. I found it. Oh my goodness, thank goodness. I'm gonna go this way and get out of the crowd. Oh. Riley, go home, you're drunk. Is that a name? That's cool. I think most of these people are trying to. Well, I'm gonna have to hit that inhaler again when I get to the car. God, it's lacing. The trash pickup has started. We need more than tacos. See? It's like, okay, it's not a tall building, but it's surrounded by them. Oh, gotta go. Oh, breeze. There's my breeze. I think I would have died tonight if I hadn't had a breeze for a little bit. Never enough tacos. I know, right? Velvet Taco in Austin. I don't know if it's anywhere else. But it was across from a place we went at Domain Mall, I believe. Oh, it was awesome. That was the best taco I've ever had. I'm trying. I got lost for when did I leave? It's 3:15. I've been lost for 20 minutes. I finally found it. It's right there. But the map when you're walking doesn't know which way you're facing, and it gave me false directions.
I love you.
Okay.
Yelling.
That was sweet. Hope there's not a line getting out. Oh crap, it's 3:15. Actually, I started leaving at 1:45. Oh no, oh. I'm looking at how long I've been on here. 2:15. All right, I'm good. Because at 3 a.m., the parking garage goes to $30. And some dude made us all late one time. Hey, Blue Indigo, how are you? You were lost for 40 minutes? Feels like it for sure. It's like a 6-minute walk. My 6-minute walk turned into 40 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, a lot. These streets look all the same. This weekend at work, I'm going to print out a map at home, and I'm going to study that sucker. Because I only walk about 3-4 blocks total to where I set up. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry it's shaking, but this is my crappy gimbal. It's more a selfie stick than anything else. I'm here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my goodness. I made it. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah, this is gonna be a pour water on my head night. Come on, you guys, be nice. It's late. Packing and unpacking these documents. Whew. So how's everybody's weekend starting out? Sundial is good o'clock. That's what time I have to leave, good o'clock. It tells me when it's time to leave. Tom wants to get me a... Oh, it's turned around. I'm sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize. You're looking at my straw. Sorry about that. Oh, I need this water. My hands are so sticky. When you put so much sanitizer on, it eventually gets sticky. So, some of you may not realize, I'm trying not to use this anymore, but I still take it because it will hurt if I hit you with it. I know. We don't do mornings. Gosh dang it. There we go. Anyway, hubby wants me to get me a cap for the bed so that I can put all of this stuff back there and it'll be all protected and I don't have to... Hey Eric, this is near the Comedy Mothership. Is it? Yeah, I've been using canes and walkers since 2010, but I started working after 15 years and you can't use a cane when you're in security. It looks bad. Nope, it's this way. It's been 2 weeks since I've been out here and I'm all confused. There's a lot of people in here. It's a feather and a promise of a better day. Oh. What's the comedy mothership? What? Okay. Ooh, my phone's hot. Hello. Almost done. Gotta put the cooler away and get my water and my coffee and my snacks. Ooh. I think this is the hardest part of my day. And going out of the way wouldn't have mattered. It's still uphill and I still would have got uphill. That's better. Alright. I'll have to find me a Scientology show on the way home. And I'm in and I'm locked. Woo! Alright. Oh, y'all stuck with me for 3.5 hours. Thank you so much. Scooter Mom and Fraudy and No Face and anybody else that's been with me for a long ride. I appreciate you staying with me till I got in the car. What I'm trying to do is educate people about the horrors of Scientology because they opened up near our college. So I had a lot of people. Oh, hey. What's going on? Oh, my camera went off. I don't know what's going on. I just poured water on my head. I probably look a mess. So what we're trying to do at the very least is educate the public there's so many people. 3 years ago, I didn't know anything about Scientology. So the more people that have the knowledge, the more it will get out. And we're trying to get our government to get involved and do hearings on these people because it's horrible. We have ex-members that have channels all over TikTok and YouTube. So that's the goal. I come out every Friday night. If y'all want to come out and support me next week, subscribe and you'll get a notification. They opened one DT downtown. Yes, on Guadalupe across from the college, which by the way, the original leader who died in the 80s, he bought that building 55 years ago purposely because it was across from the college. And they were in it for a while and then they left and refurbished and came back. Same thing in Chicago. The following month, they opened across from a college. I've walked up on freshmen far from home and they are lying to them. And I start telling them the real deal and they usually run off with a very weird look on their face. Alright, you guys. I will see you in the chats this week and hopefully I'll see you next Friday night. I think I like being here by 11, not 11:30. That way I have more time before I have to leave and maybe I won't get lost next time. Love you guys. Thank you so much for helping me. Bye. Where's my end button?